What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Spawn Point Podcast, episode 15? Yeah.
15.
That's it. Yes, 15.
Yeah, that's right, isn't it?
We're going with it. I think it is 15. Anyways,
it's 15.
Welcome back to another episode. Jason, how you doing, man?
Hey, man, I'm good. Not much has changed in my life, but still going strong. How about you?
I am crippled. No, I'm still off work. So I've been gaming like my little ass off. We have a lot to talk about today. We're only going to cover 2 games this week, like full segments, and then
like newer games.
Yeah. We have 2 like full segment games, and then we have a lot of like minor discussions that we're going to touch on. And then we're going to have a break, special guest time. You guys will stick around for that. Then we're going to go into the news, and we've got a lot of news because it's the first episode for May. So we got a lot of shit to talk about. It's going to be a long episode. So let's just get that out of the way now. If you don't like it, timestamps will probably be there if you watch on Spotify. So, Jason, why don't you break down the housekeeping?
Yeah. So, like we've said in the past, and we're going to keep saying it because we're trying to grow this damn thing, follow us on all of our socials. We're on Facebook, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram. Obviously our YouTube, where we post the Spawn Point podcast. Watch the video, like, subscribe. Discord, join our Discord. We've been having a little bit more conversations in there recently with some newer people, as well as the people that we've always been talking to. So yeah, just follow us on all those things. We've got an email address, which is spawnpointnetwork@outlook.com. spawnpointnetwork@outlook.com. Send us an email. Let us know what you guys think. If you have any thoughts, concerns, questions, anything like that, we would love to hear from you. Feel free to comment on any of our social platforms, any of our videos. Especially if you want to get featured in the show, we can, pop your question in there and we'll give you a little shout out. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love all the comments. We cover everything we can. If we don't get to you, I mean, we get to most comments like as they're posted, but if we get a pointed question, we'll do that in the third section of the show and things like that. Of course, we want you guys to be a part of this just as much as we are. So any of that feedback and stuff is incredibly helpful to us. It makes us feel good, damn it. So let's go with that.
Absolutely.
I feel like we didn't have enough of an intro, but go ahead.
No, I was just going to say we talked up top about having two main games to talk about, but you actually trimmed things down a little bit on your end. You had a shit ton in there. I was going to make a comment like, I'm going to talk about my game, and then I'm going to take a nap, and then I'm going to come back. But we're going to keep that part of it just a little bit tighter. We've got plenty of episodes coming up that we can talk about all these games that we didn't get to today. So
yeah, I mean, there wasn't a lot of content. It was a weird week.
Yeah.
It kind of rolled over from last episode where I was like trying to find filler games, and then I found like a couple good filler games. So we'll touch on those, and but there's not really enough there to make like a whole drawn out discussion about. You know what I mean? So we'll just hit them quick and kind of move on from there.
Sounds good to me.
Shout outs. Let's just shout out Lurkins today. No, Alex Lurkins.
Right up top. He doesn't have to wait for 2 hours in to hear his name.
Shout out Alex Lurkins, the guy I always forget. He's going to be our shout out of the week. I think we didn't really have much comments come through this week. So
no, I tried to look, but no, I didn't see much.
So it's all good. Shout out to Lurkins. And shout out to everyone listening.
Yeah, like you said, Lurkins, I've noticed I looked on my notifications and stuff, and it was like, Lurkins liked your video. Lurkins commented on your video. Lurkins liked your other video. And I was like, yep, he's a shout out this time for sure.
Yeah, he's probably hitting the booze or something. Just got a little bored. I think so.
Oh, yeah, probably.
It's all good. Well, he's the man. Yep. All right, let's fucking move it right along. Like I said, a lot to talk about this week, so feels a little expedited, but it's going to be a great episode. Jason's starting off with kind of a criminal sin for our show.
I know. I kind of am, but I
Take it
did
away.
make a little short on this, and I kind of explained up front. We've talked a lot of crap about mobile games, and here I am talking about a mobile game, but it's the Division. We've talked about the Division so many damn times through
Hmm.
these episodes. I'm just a big Division fan, and the Division resurgence, was one that had been talked about, like, God, it feels like years ago at this point. And I saved it to my upcoming things, and so that it would download when it finally came out. And I basically forgot about it until one day it just said it's available. So I was like, oh, cool. So the Division Resurgence is, it's a free to play game, but if you're familiar with the Division, you know what you're getting here. If you're not, it's a third person kind of tactical RPG, and this one just came out fairly recently, March 31st of this year. So, it brings the same kind of core mechanics that Division 1 and Division 2 did, just in a new format, like a new, like, mobile, tablet, whatever. But also this just came out on PC as well. Let's see. PC is currently in early access. Um, yeah, that was April 28th. And then it says a full PC launch is scheduled for season 2 later this summer. You can still hop in, and I would imagine it's essentially what you're getting here with the mobile version. But I was, like I mentioned earlier, I started this just with the touch controls, and God, I hate those so much. But I just wanted to see how it played, or at least how it ran, and everything was great. It looked great. It was very smooth and everything, and I was like, all right, I think I want to play this, but I'm not doing this touch control shit anymore. So I knew I had a Android controller somewhere, and I did find it, and I was like, all right, let's give this a shot. And it's the one where you pull the controllers apart and you snap your phone
Oh, sure.
in the
Yep.
middle, and it kind of feels like I'm playing my Switch, honestly,
Hmm.
but like a little bit smaller of a screen. But I have like the newest, Samsung phone, so obviously it runs, very well. It seems like a solid 60, frame rate. So, um, but yeah, it's more Division, that tactical kind of third person shooting, a lot of cover mechanics, very loot heavy, tons of gear, weapons, all that kind of stuff, and everything's got its own like leveling system. You can upgrade weapons mid run, or mid mission, however you want to call it, and all that stuff is the same. It just feels like more Division, and I did get addicted. That's why I loved, not only the gameplay itself, but um, like the loot stuff of the Division games. I always loved hopping into those menus. The menus were really slick, and
Hmm.
I could, quickly upgrade my stuff, attach, put attachments onto my weapon. You've got your scopes and your muzzles and your extra ammo clips and all that stuff. It's just fun, kind of just snapping everything together, and constantly finding these new loot drops. One of the things that this does, though, that's a little bit different, is it has almost like these mini games. Oh, if you're watching the video version right now, there's like these mini games, kind of, that, like, for this one, for example, I had to defuse a bomb, and in order to even start to work on the wires, I had to literally take a screwdriver and unscrew the screws for this panel, pull the panel off, and then you can kind of go in and nick the wires and stuff. And I've ran into a couple things like that I was like, this is different. So I don't know if it's because of the mobile thing, you can kind of touch the screen and spin them. I still use the controller; it worked just fine, and played through the mini games like that too. So, um, yeah, it's so the Division 1 was set in New York. The Division 2 was set in DC. You are going back to New York in this one, and obviously it has some familiar locations and stuff. If you're from, I think they actually did take the original map, and I think they kind of chopped it up a little bit. It's just a little bit smaller, but that is plenty big, because the Division map was huge for one, and it was very dense. So,
Hmm.
like, all these buildings and stuff that you could go into. So it doesn't feel like the scale has dropped much at all, especially for a mobile version. So, um, you so you are a division member. You play as a member of the first wave of basically the Department of Homeland Security. Um, this is a standalone story, but it does kind of run parallel with the events that happened in the Division One. It's just kind of telling a side story. So like different agents and stuff like that too. So
Hmm.
um yeah, there's still like the kind of when you're running around like I'm not saying hub again. I say that every goddamn episode. Like the shared world like meeting
Sure.
place or whatever. You've got all these other agents running around and you can team up with them and tackle missions and stuff. Again, if you're familiar with the division, it's just kind of more of the same. So
Mm-hmm.
they mentioned something about so the Dark Zone was always a fun part of the Division games. It's kind of where the PvP stuff came in. It was PvE VP sort of. So in the regular missions, you're just fighting against NPCs, but you can go into the Dark Zone in this as well, and you know, get murdered by other players, which is
Mm-hmm.
what happened to me. So, yeah, so that's still included. I did hear that they were like going to expand that in these upcoming. I think I made a couple notes here. Yeah, so there's going to be like a couple seasons of this game. I don't even know how long I'm going to play this, but um, let's see. So season 1 is what's current. It goes through so this is where they're going to add more Dark Zone events and new exotic weapons. Season 2 will start in August, and that's when the full feature launch of the PC version uh, will take place. And then in season 3 in the winter, they're expected to bring a major story expansion that dives deeper into the game's factions. So, yeah, Division Resurgence. It's just a fun little mobile game or PC game, I guess, now, if you want
Yeah.
to tackle it there. So,
So I got some
yeah,
questions.
go for it.
My favorite part of the division was playing with buddies because it was just the Division Two in specific
Yeah, same here.
had like character abilities that were built for cooperative play. Is that a thing here? First of all, second of all, you probably have no friends playing this on their phone. So how's the AI on your team?
The AI on my team seems fine. I think I'm not like super far into this, and I've only been like with one other like character, run around with me, and they do a decent job of at least, distracting the enemies. They're
Yeah.
taking some of the shots so that I can get mine off. I'm still not like perfect. You can even see in my gameplay like my Android controller, the thumbsticks are really tight, so I had to go in and kind of tweak the movement, and I still don't have it
Dialed.
right like I
Yep.
like I would want it. Yeah, it's not really dialed in yet, but I mean the enemy AI is pretty good like it always has been in the division. They will try to flank you. They'll basically run from cover to cover. Yeah, sometimes they kind of stand out in the open while they're firing and they don't, duck back down, but if you're watching the gameplay, I'm doing the exact same goddamn thing. I'm
Yeah.
just standing up firing and just getting hit, but you know, there's plenty of health in this game, so
Yep.
but yeah, I did find it challenging. I I would assume part of that has to do with the controls not being like quite as tight as I wanted them to, but like even just the enemies do a good job of trying to flank. They'll get around behind you, and I'm like shit, trying to figure out how to take everybody out. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, both the division games had their challenge. I'm
For
just
sure.
noticing it a lot here, especially early on. But then again, I also don't have the best gear and stuff yet.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a mobile game. How are we monetizing this bitch?
so there are like packs and stuff that you can buy with obviously better loot, better gear, and all that kind of crap. Which for I mean, I can't confirm, but it just kind of seems like if you are like more of a PvP player, like especially in the Dark Zone, you could definitely pay to win to be in there by getting these better, you know, gear packs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as the game itself, nothing's locked behind any type of pass or anything. Everything seems to be pretty open. You can just buff your character a lot by, obviously using real world money to, to get that kind of stuff. But yeah, but like I said, a few hours in, there's nothing that stood out to me that was like, oh, this is annoying because it's, got the microtransactions and stuff. There is like a daily login where you get your stuff, and then of course there's like a secondary tier that you can get like one extra thing if you pay money. So I'm not doing any of that. So if you're not like tempted by that kind of stuff, I don't think there's enough here to be like, God damn it, okay, I'm going to spend, the $5 or whatever just to get this one thing. None of that seems like it's been enough of a pull for me to ever be like, nah, I'm not spending any money in this game. So,
so is there like co-op play?
Yeah, you can team up with the people in like, so when you do like when you go to like your mission board at like your safe zone, you can just pick to hop into something solo or matchmake. The game will automatically matchmake. Okay. I did one mission like that, and then one of the guys, like, I don't know, just went AFK or something, and we couldn't get through the next area. So I was like, all right, well, that was my one chance of trying that. Otherwise I'm going in solo. So
God damn it.
Somebody probably picked it up on their phone, was like playing it a little bit, and they're like, all right, I gotta go or whatever. And you just turn the phone off and your character just stands there.
Yep.
I'm like, yep, not doing that anymore. So, but yeah, you can do all this stuff co-op.
Sweet. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Just,
I know. So, and the only reason I'm even bringing this up is because, and I'm going to talk about it here after your game, is just, I've still got other things that I'm playing that I've already talked about. So
yeah,
this is just something to just kind of play on the side.
Yeah, no, I think it's cool. Like I said, I mean, if you're big into the franchise, sounds like you're having fun with it, and I'm not going to yuck your yum at all. There's an ulterior motive. It's fucking Ubisoft. There's something here that's gonna. So there's no like there's no like stock. You have this many lives when you turn on for this session. You die. You're not. You're stuck waiting for a stamina to refill the fucking.
Nope.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like any of that shit. At least not yet that I've seen, and I feel like I'm far enough along that I would have seen something like that, so far. But I haven't seen any of that. And if that stuff starts to really creep up and lock me out of certain things, then I'm done. I am the worst. My wife has always said, she's like, you are like the worst for like someone trying to get money out of like a mobile game. She's like, you don't do any of the packs. You never. I'm like, no, because there's other ways to do it. And if it's so bad that like you feel like you have to, then I'm not playing that game. But if I can play it and not feel like I'm forced into anything, and it's fun enough, I'll keep playing it.
Yeah, so. That's my thought too. I mean, I think that's the way to approach. Especially, my hatred for mobile games isn't the games themselves necessarily. It's the fact that most people, their only access to video games is that, and that's what they think gaming is like a absolute, beggar on the side of the street corner trying to get in your wallet every fucking second that you get into. So by us playing a lot of shit outside of the mobile industry, we know like, okay, they're clearly just trying to squeeze the quarter till the eagle cries here. So I'm not going to do anything like that. But it's just very easy for them to take advantage of people that are not so into the medium as we are. And that's my issue. And that's the whole business model. Yeah. And that's why it sucks. So I just every time a big IP gets support like this, I kind of eye roll it, and that's kind of it. It's like, oh yeah, they're trying to squeeze it. I think this is interesting setting as well because they're going back to the first one. But the second one's been out for 3-4 years now, at least.
Right? Yeah. And even the Division 2, being set in DC, then that DLC came out, the Warlords of New
York, I think, or
Warlords of New York. Yes. Yep. So then you end up going back to New York again, even in the second game. You've played so much more in the New York setting than like the DC setting, which I'm fine with. The New York setting really works, for this game.
I think so too. Yep.
But yeah, it's just more urban settings. I mean, I did like the change of scenery in the Division 2 with DC and a lot more outdoor, environments. But yeah, as far as like the tactical cover, running from cover to cover shooting, it just works in like an urban setting because there's just stuff all over to get cover behind. So
you've been playing this with earbuds in?
Yeah.
The sound design in the Division I think is really top notch.
It's been a while since I played the Division, but it all those feelings came back. It felt like it was the same type of sound design. The sound design is great. Like you said, it's
good,
always been good. The one area that I did notice, that I didn't love was some of the like the VO, like the voice acting and stuff is. It just seemed a little bit stiffer. Like they probably got a little bit better talent for like the full-fledged releases of this. Like your character and like the characters that you talk to are a little stiff, but that I can deal with that.
Yeah.
But as far as like the gun sounds and all that stuff feels like it just came out of the Division. So yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
They're kind of Borderlandsy, aren't they? A little bit, but they're
yeah.
It's like a third. Not really like in the like procedural generated weapon. Well, I guess Borderlands doesn't really either, but like it is a loot grind.
It's a loot grind
at its heart. You're grinding for better weapons of different varieties and things like that. Anyways, you guys already know if you're watching a gaming podcast, but
I would still call this kind of a looter shooter. In a sense, which is what Borderlands is. It's just it's a more some semi-realistic approach.
Yeah, it's more tactical approach.
Yeah.
I think the Division's cool. I'm excited for more mainline stuff, and you'll have to keep me posted if you continue to play through this. I would be shocked if this has long-term legs for you. To be honest, I think that you're enjoying the novelty of it, but it's going to
it'll wear off.
It'll piddle out. Yeah, I think, and that's just not throwing shade at you. I'm just saying. That's kind of that's how I would view it if it was me playing it. So,
no, I know that it will, and I'm fully expecting that, and I'm totally fine with that being a mobile game. If I don't touch it anymore, I don't really care.
Yeah, that's fine. Fuck. So, anyways, the Division Resurgence, free to play on mobile and PC port, I suppose.
Yep.
Check it out if you're interested.
Yeah.
Just
I know this isn't like a big all right, now we're here to talk about the Division Resurgence. This is just I'm just gonna throw this in here this week. A little something.
Fucking justify it, dude. Come on now.
Well, I'm just saying this isn't like my main line. This isn't where I go to play my games. This is just a little
of course not.
Side thing.
We're 15 episodes in. They fucking know. All I'm saying, if you're watching this and you're not a gamer and you're here for the beginning of the podcast and you want to play a game, don't let the game persuade you into buying shit right out the jump. Don't let it do it. Just play it and then let it be what it is. You don't need to spend money on it.
You do not.
If you start going down that rabbit hole, it just snowballs and becomes a problem. So, anyways, cool. I'm glad we covered that one.
Yeah.
I actually have a real game to talk about, though.
Yes, you do. All right, let's hear it.
I've got a real game to talk about. Saros came out on Thursday. This is... I'm going to go out and say this is the best roguelike I've ever played. This is like...
Ooh.
This is what perfection looks, feels, and plays like in this genre. It is unbelievably good. I mean, it's made by Housemarque, the developers behind Returnal. Sucks this is a PS5 exclusive project. I guess Returnal got a PC port, but there's been rumors of Sony backing out of putting their exclusives on PC, so I'm not sure if Saros is going to make it over or not, but basically, if you're unfamiliar with Returnal, or in this case, Saros, it is a third-person shooter roguelike. So you go in, every run you're getting a new weapon, and these weapons have different stats, and there's a large roster of different weapons that are in the game that you can access. And then also throughout your run, you're picking up attributes, and these attributes will increase your stats for that specific run. So you basically just go as far as you can, and if you die, you get kicked back into a hub world. In this case, this game's hub world is the passage. But in the passage, you can upgrade. I'm sorry if you can hear my dogs, but if you go to the passage, you can do macro upgrades that or macro. Stupid.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I always get confused on those.
You do character locked upgrades that are permanent. Yes. So you have permanent upgrades in the passage to get you further in the game, right? So Returnal was the same way. This game is basically a bullet hell. I mean, it's very reminiscent of, like, if you made Ikaruga from the past, the side-scrolling bullets all over the screen shooter, but you put it in a third-person shooter game. That's kind of what these games are. And I love
like Enter the Gungeon, but like in a third-person shooter. Yeah,
100%. There's bullets on the screen all over the fucking place. So, but it works very, very, very well. And there's some new systems in Saros that make it even more easy to kind of approach all the chaos going on the screen. So, and I keep tying it back to Returnal, but I really loved Returnal. It was one of my favorite games on PlayStation before Saros came out, so obviously I was extremely excited for Saros. And this game just improves on everything Returnal did in every aspect. Returnal was a game that once you got the basic fundamentals down of the game, you could, like, my buddy Kalen told me about Returnal, so I played it. And then when I started playing it, he went back and started a new file. And because of the knowledge he had, he was able to go from a fresh file from the beginning to the end of the game without even going to the hub, because he just learned the game so well. That's not possible really here in Saros. This game is this game is very difficult. Like, I'm just gonna be honest, it is very, very, very challenging. And one of the new mechanics here is they added a shield. So when you see blue bullets coming at you, you can hold the melee button and it'll pull up a little bubble shield around you. And you can catch the blue bullets, and then it will convert those blue bullets that are caught on your shield into power. Then you can use power weapons from that meter. So you're kind of always balancing. If you see blue, you fucking shield up, you catch the bullets, then you can use like your rocket launcher or there's a bunch of varieties. I'm not going to go through all of them, but the first one is just a standard rocket launcher. And then as you progress through the game, you know, in the first biome, it's just a rocket launcher. So it does big AoE damage, you know, but in the final biomes of the game, that same rocket launcher called the Prominence will shoot a black hole. And then that black hole will be even larger, and it'll suck projectiles into it. And like, it's just like fucking wild the way that they evolve everything in this game. It's phenomenally done as I hit my mute button. And I feel like I'm just talking over and over and repeating myself, but this game is very difficult. I think I'm 16 hours in. Ew. I believe I'm on the final boss of this game, and I can visualize me beating this boss. I know every attack this boss does, but I just can't execute for some reason. It's pissing me off so bad. It's just really, really frustrating. So I'm like on the cusp of finishing this game. I just haven't had the time to sink to finish it, even though I've spent probably 4 or 5 hours on this boss. And I really don't think the boss is that hard. I just keep fucking up like with a quarter health left of the boss, and it's not doing anything crazy. I just can't. It's like a brain fog or so. Like, I don't know. And it is fucked up. I'm so happy I'm not streaming Endgame Saros because I am getting so fucking pissed over here. But no, I think visually this game looks fantastic. The sound design is top notch. Everything is very weighty, very punchy sounding. Rahul Cooley does an incredible job playing this character. I mean, I knew of him before the game came out, so it took me a little bit of adjustment to like see him in motion in this game, but his performance is solid enough. And there is a story going on here, but this is not a game you play for the story. It's totally 100% about the gameplay, and it's absolutely rock solid here. I have to have you over to play this because I just think
so fun.
I think you like your roguelikes, but this is like peak roguelike. Like this is one that you have to play.
I know.
So it's just such it's a very big bummer that it's exclusive, but
it's I want to play this so bad.
Dude, it is so good. You're gonna have to come over. Keep talking about it. But you got to come over and you got to play it.
Yeah.
It is very good. It's full price, $70.
Yeah.
Kind of to be expected. I think it's worth every penny. I'm having an absolute blast. I don't know what's like this year has been fucking unbelievable. Like I keep playing games of better and better levels. Yeah, and this game is another one of those. It's going to be on my top 10 at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And if I keep saying that, I'm going to have 30 games on my top 10 list, and I can't do that. But this one is
your top 30 list.
This is it'll remain a top 10, but this is a guaranteed lock for that list, in my opinion. It is that awesome. Good. It is so good. So, that's Saros. Hopefully that makes sense, but it is just a brutally hard third-person shooter roguelike bullet hell, but with the most incredible tight mechanics you can get in the industry. And I think
you were like, keep going. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, you were like, I feel like I'm just blabbing. I'm like, no, keep talking. I'm just watching this gameplay because it looks freaking awesome.
Dude, this game is so good. You have to play this. Like, you have to come over and play this. Like, it's one thing to see this game. It plays better than it looks. I swear to God, it's crazy.
Yeah, no, I believe that.
It's crazy. And I think Returnal is amazing as well. So if you can't shell out 70 right now and you haven't played Returnal, you should play Returnal. I think that Returnal does give you a good skill set going into Saros. You don't need that context, but they are very similar games. It's just Saros is a couple steps above it in every aspect.
Yeah, and they've just improved their everything they do.
And I mean, Housemarque is known for Housemarque is like they are a very interesting developer. They make very unique games. So their first game was called Resogun, which was basically Defender from the old arcade days where you have a ship side-scrolling that's like a cylindrical map and you shoot enemy ships. And that's kind of what Resogun was. It was a score chaser, but it was a bullet hell. So they make bullet hells, but putting that into a third-person shooter was a phenomenal idea, and it's absolute idea. And it is killer. And not only that, there is no game like it. There's no game like Returnal or Saros. Like, I can't even give you a recommendation to play on your Xbox or PC because there is nothing like it. It is one of a kind, and it's truly special.
Yep. I think I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm either gonna have to come up. I'm gonna play this. I have to play this. This looks so fun. You said that obviously Returnal and this are both very difficult games. Do you find one more challenging than the other? I thought I had heard that this is not quite as a steep entry, to get into it, but it's still challenging. How do you compare the two?
It's hard to say for me. Because Returnal was the first of its kind, so Returnal was very hard when I first played it. But coming into Saros with having beaten Returnal in the past, it felt natural jumping in. So yes, it felt as like it felt easier for me because I had already gotten the foundational gameplay from the prior title. This game just adds a lot of mechanics to that system, which took a little bit of adjusting to get used to. But if you had no experience of Returnal jumping into this, I think you would struggle a little bit. I really do. I mean, it's really crazy to me. And again, my buddy Kalen, to shout him out, who told me about Returnal, he told me that only 30% of Returnal players got the trophy for beating the first boss. That is how, like, it is brutal. Like, it is brutal. I mean, it again, if you look at it, it doesn't look like it's that crazy, but there's just a lot going on, and it's so different from anything you've played before that it does take an adjustment period to get used to how the game wants you to play, because you're constantly shooting targets. You're trying to prioritize what target needs to be eliminated first. So you're constantly kind of doing that. You're having to dodge. And in this game, you're having to shield to absorb bullets. And there's the blue bullets that you can just absorb for free, but then there's also corruption bullets that they shoot out that you can absorb, but they deal corruption damage, which reduces your maximum health. But you can lower the corruption by using your power weapon, so it's kind of a trade-off that you have to balance throughout the play. There's just a lot of mechanics here.
Yeah.
So, to go back to your original question, I think if you're raw dog in Saros without playing Returnal, you're going to struggle as much as I did with Returnal. And it's not like it's that bad. I mean, the great thing about this game is it, like I said, it plays flawlessly. It's probably one of the tightest controlling games I've played in fucking years. I don't even know. It does exactly what you want to every time you want it. Like, it performs perfectly. So the game feels so good to play that it's not that big of a deal when a run ends, because you're able, you just want to get back in because it feels so fucking good. And on top of that, I'm playing on base PS5, flawless. There's no performance issues on release, not a fucking hiccup in sight in this game. It is picture perfectly optimized, which doesn't seem like that's crazy, but it's in this day and age, that's
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, in this day and age, that's not always a given.
No.
But this game, just fantastic right out of the box. And then it is a roguelike, as I've said. Your runtime is 30 minutes if you kill the boss, usually in that ballpark, or if you're like me on the final biome, continuously fighting the final boss, it's 28 minutes, die, restart, 28 minutes, die. In this game, you can go from biome 1 to end boss in one big ass long run if you want to, but you can also stop at the end of each boss fight, go back, do some level ups, and then pick up right where you left off. So it's structured in biomes as opposed to you got to do this big long gauntlet every single time. So once you hit certain milestones, you can kind of pick up right where you left off there.
Sure.
And then I guess I'll break it down as well. Yeah, I know that since so like all the little gold gems that I'm picking up, all that stuff does is it builds your proficiency level. So it's not experience per se, but it builds the meter on the bottom that increases your proficiency level. And what that does is that increases the level of the weapons that you're able to find in the environment. So if you go into the run at level 5, I mean, you unlock proficiency levels as permanent upgrades through the armor matrix. So you go in at 5, and then as you're picking up more and more, in this footage here, I'm at 14. So if I find a weapon, it's going to drop at level 14. And then the higher level it is, the more passives you have. So just as an example, end game right now, my weapons are around 45. Is what level that they're at, and I have about 5 to 6 passives on the guns themselves. And that's so like it is the same gun, but it feels almost entirely different because it's doing all these different things and
that makes
staggering
sense.
And it's really hard to explain, but it's phenomenal. I mean, it's really it's going to be a highlight of the year for sure. Is it better than Pragmata for me? I don't know, but I fucking love it.
Different game, though,
I know, but it's top 10 list. I'm thinking about the top 10 list. It don't matter what type of game it is. It's got to be what it's got to be.
These enemies look wild, too.
Oh, yeah. This is just...
the designs are crazy.
You're not even seeing that, the good shit. This is early game stuff because I didn't want to spoil any of like the weapons and stuff. This is like Biome 2 shit. It gets crazier from here. Like automatic crossbows that you shoot one bullet and you hit an enemy and it splinters into like 50 different bullets. So then you have like 4 billion arrows flying around the screen with not one frame drop.
No frame drops.
Fucking unbelievable. The particle effects are incredible. This is a fucking masterpiece. We got to figure out a time. I'm off for the next 4 weeks. I'm in Nebraska next weekend, but you got to come over and play this. You have to do it. I have to like.
Okay.
There's more than one save slot too. You can just start at the fucking beginning and fuck around with it. And I would love to teach you the ways, because I think this is damn near a console seller for me. Like, honestly, like this might be worth buying a console for. I'm not telling you to. I'm saying,
no, I know.
If you're watching this and you're on the fence about getting a PS5, this might be enough of a reason. It's that good. Damn.
Okay. Yeah, looks phenomenal.
Shout out to Alana Pierce's boyfriend, by the way. That's how I know fucking Rahul Kohli.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was always, I think he was like a guest on Inside Gaming many times when she was there.
Is he like the kind of tall guy? Like, what was his
Rahul?
name? No, that's her boyfriend?
Rahul is Alana's boyfriend, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not what I was thinking then.
They've been live streaming this game like fucking 24 hours.
Yeah, I've seen some clips and stuff of him like holding up the game like in a store.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know what this game's reviewing at.
Seems to be pretty well from what I've seen.
It better be fucking high. It's just hard.
Yeah.
No, that
just don't look at IGN.
Hard. Yeah. Oh, that's right. They gave it a 7. A bunch of fucking tools. I don't know what a fucking good game is if it hit him in the face. But no, Saros slaps. Yeah. Well worth the price of admission. I was hoping I could have it beat by today. Today was an absolute joke of a day for me. I'm not going into it. I had union training, and it's just been a shit show. I'll probably beat it 10 seconds after we get done recording tonight. That's going to disappoint me beyond belief.
Probably.
But check it out. Also,
we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah. I just think you guys, if you're listening to the show and you like Jason and I talking games, you should fucking go to PanX and follow us both on PanX.
Oh, yeah.
At least I'm like on there all the time. Like I'm
trying to get on there more.
I'm posting like written reviews on there all the time, and like I mean, if you want some raw cam thoughts, they're on there. So yeah. Anyways, not to plug a unsponsored section, but you know, it is a pretty cool app. It is a pretty cool app.
Very cool app.
So yes, I'm gonna have Jason over. He's gonna play this, and then he'll report back when he gets his hands on it, and he's gonna be salivating at the mouth trying to figure out what in his house he can sell and pawn to buy a PS5.
God, you can get a lot. You can get a lot for kids these days.
Yeah, shit. What the hell? No, but
just kidding.
That's my main game for the week. Jason and I both have some stuff we want to touch on as well, just because they're little. So, Jason, what do you got?
Yeah, so I mean, we've talked about these. I've talked about all 3 of these the last couple episodes, and I'm still going strong with them. The first one up being Mouse PI. I have to be getting close. Side stuff is starting to pop up, like side activities, like whole other like areas that you can go to, and of course, because that's how I play games. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna check this out before I mainline back to the story. So I probably could have had it beat, but I'm just checking out all the other things that they're throwing in. So
As
still going strong with Mouse PI. Probably will have that beat fairly soon. I played it last night for a little bit and tried to like kind of really get some more progress, and then of course 2 other new zones opened up. I'm like, God damn it. Pragmata, still absolutely loving Pragmata. I was playing it.
Did you talk about that last week? Oh, you did. You did. Okay. Okay.
Yep. Talked about that. So still playing that. Absolutely loving it. I think I'm getting pretty close on that too. I just got through like the mines. So which is kind of like, they call it the mines, but you're like outdoors a lot. Where like that gravity.
There were the big monster, the burrowing dude is. That big ass. Did you kill it?
Yep. No, so I think I'm right at the end. So where I literally just left off before I hopped on here was you climb on the like that big drilling like big machine, and you're like circling around, and then like there's enemies coming in, and like that's where I was. I know I'm towards the end of that area.
You can kill that worm during the level.
Can you?
I did twice. I thought you had
Did
to,
ya?
but that ends up being the final boss of the area. I mean, that was pretty obvious, but I actually killed it like 2 other times. The first time I killed it, I got a trophy. I was like, what the fuck? I just thought that was it was a terrible fight, by the way. I was like, what in the fuck? And that's why you're not supposed to. You're supposed to run from it, but I was sitting there fighting it.
If you kill him, he's still
he's still a boss.
He's still a boss. Okay, I didn't think that would change.
It doesn't even drop anything.
I didn't even try because I just assumed that you couldn't. I mean, he got me a couple times. You know, he gets you in his mouth, and there's all those grinders and shit. So you just use Diana to hack, and he kind of spits you back out. But yeah, no, I didn't even try to.
I can tell you, I made the boss fight fucking simple because I already beaten him twice.
Because you knew what to. Yeah. The bosses have been great. I think they're like just the right amount of challenge. Like I haven't died on any of the bosses yet. I've died on a couple other dumb parts, just getting stuck in corners and not getting my hacks off fast enough. But I haven't actually died on the bosses. But I've gotten, they've gotten me down pretty far on my health, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta. But I always just kill them right at that last moment. So it's very satisfying. To play. So,
and I will mention before we move on from this quick, I want to talk Pragmata spoilers when you're done in the third segment. So this is gonna roll over and continue to roll over, but
and I'm hoping I can have it beat by next week, and we can talk.
You're close. You're close.
I don't see any reason why that I couldn't. So
the final boss is going to give you a little bit of trouble, but I don't think. I mean, it's definitely the hardest boss in the game, but it's not unobtainable.
Right.
So that is what it is. But I posted a video about Pragmata on my first impressions, and the title was like, Pragmata is great, but is the combat too easy?
Is it too easy?
Yeah. And we're going to get a comment about people have not purchased the game because the demo was so easy. I just don't think that's a good excuse. I'm going to be honest. Like it's not. It is not the hardest game you're going to play, but it is incredibly rewarding without being overly challenging.
Yes, that's exactly how I felt.
Yeah. So, you're not. It's not a Dark Souls game, but it is fucking way worth your time to play through. Just for the story 100%. Alone, the story's getting better for you. I'm assuming. I mean, it's just the relationship between Diana and Hugh is top 10 character bonding relationships in gaming. It's fucking awesome. So, Pragmata is really fucking good. It is really good.
It's really good. So between that, Mouse PI, I'm still jumping into Tomodachi Life. But I'm at that point now where I've kind of got things set the way I like, and now it's more of a, check in for 20 minutes.
Oh, sure.
Do a little bit here and there, and which is actually I enjoy because I don't have to sit and tinker with stuff over and over. Now I'm just, I'm growing a little bit with it each time, but just kind of checking in with everything because they keep living their lives even when you don't play the game. So you may turn it on after a few days and 2 of your people are fighting because something happened when you weren't playing it. So then you got to, try to get them to make up and stuff. So yeah, I would have easily had either Mouse PI beat or Pragmata beat, or, well, you don't really beat Tomodachi Life, but like I've just been kind of circling through these 3 games, and I'm having a pretty good time. Not feeling like overwhelmed by any means. They're all 3 totally different types of games. I like the rotation of what I got going on right now, but it's also why I didn't have a new game to talk about because I'm still plugging away at these.
Don't apologize for not beating shit just because I know. We have different play styles. I pretty much stick to one thing until I beat it. And how do you choose? Is it just a vibes thing, what you're feeling at the moment type of thing you're jumping into? What are you jumping into most?
Pragmata. I had Mouse PI for a full week first, so I spent a lot more time with that leading up to Pragmata. But now when I turn my system on, it's Pragmata usually first, and I do usually get a pretty good ways into it,
Mhm.
and then I might hit a save point and then just kind of be like, this is probably a good spot just for now. Hop into something else, play that for a little bit.
You're savoring it. I did the same fucking
I
thing with
am.
Pragmata. I savored.
am.
I just like. I think I'm gonna call it there. I don't. I'm
Yes.
getting too close to. Yeah.
And I do like how it shows you like the percentages of like what you've like kind of gotten throughout all of the levels.
Yeah.
Like one level I'm like 67, one I'm only like 51, and I'm like,
Mhm.
all right. I mean, I know I'm gonna want to go back in there and like,
Yeah.
because you get unlocks, you get new abilities and stuff as you go through. So kind of Metroidvania like, you get stuff that helps you out in earlier levels. I mean, it obviously doesn't feel like anything like a Metroidvania. It's just that concept. So I want to go back into some of those earlier levels and get to areas that I just couldn't access before. So what a game.
Well, yeah, seriously, it's very
so
good.
good.
There's like so much. I mean, you can't take anything on social media for granted. People are saying like this. They don't know if GTA 6 is going to topple Pragmata, which is kind of crazy.
I haven't heard that.
I've
That
seen
is crazy.
it a little bit, but
I mean, for some people, I would imagine that it would. I mean,
I think so too. I think so too. It might be better than GTA 6 for me, to be honest. I mean, GTA 6 is going to be mega huge because it's been so long since 5 came out. What, fucking 15 years, 12 years?
Yep.
So it's been a long time.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Long time. Yep.
It's gonna be hard narrative to beat. That's for sure.
No, that's for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, sweet. I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I'm playing.
Yeah, hell yeah. And like I said, I'm gonna tell you again, you don't have to fucking have something new every goddamn week. If you want to talk about another game again, we can talk about another game.
This is the first week that I was like, oh, what am I gonna talk about? But
look how much time we just squeezed out of what you already talked about.
I know.
No problems.
I'm cool with it.
No problems. I don't want to change your flow, bro. You know?
No.
Other than I want you to come over and play Saros, and that's going to break your flow.
That's going to be my flow breaker.
I have a couple touch points as well. Briefly, Tron Runner, Infinite Runner that I just stumbled on randomly in PlayStation Plus. I made a whole video about it on the YouTube channel. You can go watch it there. It's just a really highly stylized kind of endless runner in the Tron universe that's fucking surprisingly pretty good. Really good, actually.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of that one.
Fucking pretty cool. You know, it feels like a rhythm game in a lot of ways. It's just it's a really tight, endless runner. You can download it for free on PlayStation Plus and not for free, but for the price of the subscription, fucking asterisks. Yeah. But, you know, it's on there.
Yep.
And then I played Resogun because I was just itching for some Housemarque before Saros came out, and got pretty good at Resogun. I think I ended up stopping at 12 million as a high score. So my high score when I made my video short was 5. So I jumped that up pretty far there. Say. But that game's cool too.
Is that more of a score chaser type of
That's 100% built around chasing the score. Yeah.
Okay.
So there is a campaign that I did finish, but it's got like 5 levels. So you do a level, but it keeps going and it keeps your score accumulating. But if you die on like level 2 midway through, you can start at the beginning of level 2 and
level 2. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Or if you're chasing a score, obviously you want to try to live as long as you can and rack up this, stuff. So I've been playing those 2, and then I also played a little Pokopia. Okay, so I know, just a little bit, and that game, as I expected, not for me. So that game trips my OCD beyond belief. The first Pokemon you get is Squirtle, who can spray the environment and make everything look nice and bring life back to the ground and bring the weeds up, and it just looks nice. And you're in this fucking desert, so if you spray something and there's something next to it that's not sprayed, it just looks fucked up. And I just spent so much time spraying nothingness. And I was like, I got to do something else. So I would pivot and I would walk over, and then I would look back on what I was doing, and I was like, boy, that looks bad. And then I would have to, my brain can't handle it. Anyways, I ended up getting like Squirtle, Charmander, Bulbasaur. I took the fucking butterfly cloud thing, flu or whatever the hell that. I did that whole quest line. I don't know what that Pokemon's name is. Who cares?
I don't remember either. I don't care.
I walked that thing over. And then I was like, okay, I see it. I get it. I know it ain't for me. So that's kind of where Pokopia stopped for me.
Yep. But like you said, you could tell it's a good game. Like
Yeah.
it is a good game. It's just I had the same thing. I just couldn't. It just yeah. It just didn't stick
Yeah, it's
with
not
me, and I
sticky.
didn't want to do all that stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's got to be a slow burner. Maybe not. Maybe that's just what people want. I don't know. It's just not for
I
me.
don't either.
Nope. I don't get it personally. But
I should have given you some tips before you hop back in. But the whole squirrel thing with the water, like you don't have to. I did the same thing, and I did what you did. I was like, all right, I can't. I'm doing way too much of this. Well, eventually you get a quest that you find another Pokemon that can make it rain, and then it rains, and all that stuff that you're watering just becomes nice and
that
fresh
would
and
have fucking pissed
green.
me
Yeah, you
off.
do not have to
That
go
would have
around.
pissed me off bad if I would have done that, and then there would let there fucking be rain and everything's fine.
Yep, and then and then every couple days it rains, so like you really don't ever have to go around and water things anymore.
But like
so.
I do get the hook, like
yeah.
So such and such Pokemon that you talk to them and their place is too humid, so they are not humid enough. So you got to make it wet so that way you can get the humidity out. Or I get it. I understand what it's going for. It just did not hit for me at all. And then
for me either.
You played Car X Street a little bit too, didn't you? Or did you talk about that last week?
Oh, that's right. No, I did not. You did, and I said I was gonna try it again. Another mobile thing. But I also used my controller and actually did have some fun playing some Car X Street. You can see it. I totally agree with what you said as far as like kind of a lower budget Forza style game, open world, go from event to event. There's car shops and stuff. And so, yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it for what it was. I definitely enjoyed it more once I started using my controller with it. But
oh God, racing games on mobile are terrible.
Oh, good, dude. Anything that you have to like when your fingers are on the screen, like you got to think about like if you're playing on your TV and you had your hands up, that's what you're doing is you're blocking the goddamn screen. So like any chance that you can get to play something like that, like not with touch controls, you'll be like, oh, I can freaking see everything. And when you connect a controller for both, at least for both Car X Street and The Division, it recognizes that you have a controller and it takes those like on-screen buttons away. So then you're just using the controller like you would any console or anything like that. So yeah, but I definitely had some fun, driving around in Car X Street.
Yeah, we talked about this off stream. We were texting about it. So I'm not going to go into all that again. He pretty much said everything The game's way too easy at the start. You got to bump the difficulty up. Even if you bump the difficulty up, you beat them in corners and the game is over. What makes a game like that, like, to me, that gives me more Midnight Club than Forza Horizon. Is it just because the city is bigger, like, compared to the overall size of the map? Or why do I get that feeling so much?
I absolutely do too. Midnight Club, even like, Underground, a little bit too, because it just feels like more like street races. Everything's kind of set up on like even Need for Speed Heat, kind of like a little bit of that vibe too. It's just a more like we're a car club and blah 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 blah. So it does kind of have that feel. Whereas like a Horizon game is like this massive festival going on. It's like these exotic cars and shit. So I definitely got the Midnight Club, Need for Speed.
That
it's
more of that ilk, but it's still they're kind of very similar. I guess
I'm just comparing it because like that's what's big now is like the Horizons and like the crew, it's that kind of idea, but it does feel more like a street racer game.
Yeah. Then, as you mentioned, like mobile games, you're covering the screen, but even worse of a sin for me is you're basically pushing your table. I mean, it's like pushing a flat surface.
Oh yeah.
There's no tactileness. It's just like it just feels terrible.
There's not buttons.
Yeah, it just sucks.
I hate it.
If you like racing games on phones, I mean, shout out to you, brother. But Jesus Christ. You should try it.
I don't know how you do it, but
Anyway, that's games. We got a lot of news to cover, so we're going to take a quick break. We're going to have our special guest.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's going to be exciting. And then after that, we'll come back and we'll start talking some news. So Stick around for the special guest. We'll see you right around the corner of this break.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Spawn Point podcast, and we have a special segment for you today. We have a special guest. It is my brother, Tyler. What's up?
What up?
What up?
Look at that energy.
How you guys doing?
Doing fantastic.
It's early.
So
Super
I know
early.
we've kind of talked about this before. Having a guest on, and I believe I have mentioned on previous episodes that Tyler's a big sim racer. Plays a lot of GT7 with his full freaking VR setup. It's absolutely nuts. He has a crew that he races with. So we just kind of wanted to do a little, I don't know, sim racing section and talk to someone who's really into it. So we kind of laid out some questions for you, just some things that we were curious about, and maybe our audience might be curious about as well. So yeah, how's that?
Yeah, so
That's good. Yeah.
yeah, it should be pretty. I mean, we both talk about racing games like every episode. It seems like it gets snuck in somehow. So this is something that I've always wanted to get into more, and I bought a wheel and shit. But then I put my wheel on a fucking coffee table, and then my force feedback would hit, and the whole table would come off the ground, and then this, that, and the other thing. It's just been a whole nightmare.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious, Tyler, how did you get started? I mean, did you start with a wheel, or did you start with a controller and kind of work your way up, or how did that process go for you?
No, yeah. I started on controller.
Yeah.
And I was playing. I played GT 1, 2, 3, and 4. I missed 5 and 6 and sport. COVID, came around, and I picked up a PS4 and bought GT7, and I was just racing on controller and shit. And then it was I just started looking up videos, and I'm like, oh damn, they make fucking wheels and shit.
Yeah.
Legit wheels and cockpits and stuff. So it snowballed from there, definitely.
For sure. Yeah. And Jason, you guys played, I mean, you said you played Gran Turismo and Forza, kind of both, and then
and I can't honestly remember what I'm guessing it was 4. I don't know if up to the PS4, which I had a PS4. I never got a PS5, but whatever was on the PS4, I definitely played all those Gran Turismos. But I said, what was, I don't remember Sport. Gran Turismo Sport.
Sport was the multiplayer only one. That's I actually played that.
Yeah, it was online only.
Yeah.
Okay. But you
Kinda
play
weird.
7 basically online as well then, right? I mean, that's kind of what you're
Yeah,
doing
so
with
7 has its own little sport section, which is basically Gran Turismo Sport. I mean, it's just the online lobby system and matchmaking system.
So I was curious too, what, obviously you said you started on a controller and then you switched over to a wheel. How long did it take you to get used to a different style? I mean, obviously switching from a controller to a wheel is drastically different. How long did it take you to kind of make that transition to get comfortable?
That's a great question.
Couple months.
Yeah.
I mean,
At
it was, you're at least, you get your times or whatever on your controller, and then all of a sudden the main thing is, on a controller, your left to right steering is that far. Where on a wheel, you're turning all the way. So it's a much broader range of, controls and whatnot. So I was spinning every fucking corner when I got my wheel. It took a while to get used to, definitely. And then when I stepped up to my bigger wheel, it was another month process to get used to it.
I'm sure it was.
Well, because on this one, the wheel that I started with had 1.2 Newton meters of power. This one has 11.
Oh shoot!
And the brakes. The brake is the main thing. With the first wheel, that brake is just, you're all the way down, and this one has like 100 kilogram load cell on it, so it's like you're pushing on it to get it all the way down.
So kind of feels more
Which
like what a car would be. They say that like these high
right,
performance
yeah,
cars, like pressing the brake is like putting your foot on a brick and just trying to, a brick wall
yeah,
and trying to
yep.
push it.
Especially, I mean, like most of the GT3 cars and stuff, they do have an ABS system in it, but like Formula One has no ABS
Nothing.
whatsoever. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're pushing fucking hard on that pedal.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I have you probably had a Logitech. What is it? A G920? That's what I have, and that
I had
pedal
I had the
system
I had
is
the
a piece.
29. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the 29. So you got to step up
Yes.
even.
I had
The one
the
that I have is
29.
a piece of shit. That pedal system is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
It is so bad trying to. Yeah, it's a nightmare. Anyway, you can like moderate it. You can mod them and like pull the back plastic off and put a weight in it and do like that. Fucking
Yep.
whatever. If
Yep.
you want to
I
do
even
that sort of
took
thing.
on my other one, I took like a piece of an eraser to try and like
Oh
emulate a
yeah,
load cell in
smart.
it and
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
put it in there, and it worked kind of, not really.
kind of.
Not as much as a real load cell.
Hell yeah,
Right.
absolutely not. Yeah.
Modifying it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I can't. That's my biggest like hiccup. I try to start playing with my wheel, and I just feel like I'm back at beginner level. I can't get around the track to even start with, let
Right.
alone anything
Yeah.
else. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's cool. How'd you find the league that you race in?
Reddit.
Reddit, and it's
Yeah, just
Hairpin
went
Racing League.
on Hairpin Racing. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
awesome.
just went onto Reddit and was like GT7 racing leagues, and yeah, I found those guys.
That's awesome.
At the start, I joined like probably 4 different leagues, on different nights, but then like when I started Hairpin, they were kind of in their early stages, and from there they snowballed, and it was like we've got different events every single week, and I was like, well, fuck all these other leagues, I'm just gonna stick with this one.
Hell yeah, no shit.
That's
No shit.
awesome. So
And
you
it's
don't like
good.
know these guys in like real life, like
No,
have you
like
met?
I tried to meet one guy down at the F1 race in Austin. We were both there at the same time.
Oh,
But he got there a little late. I was up in the middle of the fucking sea of people that are at
yeah.
turn 1.
Yep. It's
And
impossible. I mean,
we were trying. I was like, I sent him a picture. I'm like, here's my shirt. But yeah,
yeah.
it was
I have the
hard.
same shirt as 100 other people around me,
Yeah.
so
Well, I was wearing a different Dahlia shirt, so I was literally the only one in a
oh,
F1
that's
shirt
right. I
at
was
the
thinking you were
F1
wearing like an
race.
F1 shirt.
Yeah.
No.
But you guys have good like camaraderie. Like
Very
like
good.
when
Yeah.
Cam and I watch
Oh
your
yeah,
streams and
yeah,
stuff, you guys all kind of act like you've known each other for a long time, which is, it's just fun to watch and listen to.
For sure.
right, yeah, and
That's
that's like one of the main reasons I started broadcasting is because it's like we got
It's
to get
just
all the shenanigans on
it's just fun
film.
to watch
Yeah.
and listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
So,
yep.
what does like a typical like do you guys focus on like a race a week or a couple races a week, and like how does that work as far as like do you guys all get together and then like, okay, we got to start with qualifying and then jump into the race? Are you racing other teams while you're doing this, if that makes any sense?
They Yeah, they do a couple league versus league races. We've done 2 or 3 of them. I didn't get to race in any of them, but yeah, it's usually just within the league itself.
Okay.
And we've got, pretty much each day of the week is a different kind of category that we'll race in. Like Mondays is our multi-class, or no, sorry, Tuesdays is a multi-class. Wednesdays is just a GO3 or a GT3 BOP. Um, Thursday is like a manufacturer, so you have to pick one car and race it on every track.
Mm.
And then we've got a couple other ones that we kind of throw in. Sundays is usually our Formula One, and then Monday is our crazy constructors where the guy that organizes it basically is like, here's a parameter, like you have to have this type of car, but you can do whatever the hell you want to it, and then just show up and race it. And it's Mondays are pretty fun. I don't race them that much, but they're fucking a blast.
That's cool.
Yeah,
So
it
you're
sounds like
doing
fun.
this.
We'll be racing like this. Tomorrow's Monday race is a key car cup. So it's these tiny little Japanese cars that they race, just like a little
Little Miatas and
like
shit,
the
or what?
Daihatsu and shit like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, even smaller than the Miata.
Oh,
These
really?
little tiny things. So it's like you can engine swap them, you can put nitrous in them, you can do
Oh my
whatever the
God.
hell you want, but you have to stay within a certain. Gran Turismo has a like it's called a PP. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's PowerPoint or whatever it is, but you just have to stay within a certain limit, and
Yeah.
whatever you can do to get there
Oh
is
my
cool.
God. That sounds fun. So not kind of
So
like a class, or not really? Like
no, because I mean, like
not a
the
class as in
first the
like
first series that we did.
go ahead.
No, like so yeah, we would be like any car from 1970 and under you can race. So, Gran Turismo has cars from the 50s all the way up, you can, so some people would show up, like we had the one guy, he showed up in like a Willy Jeep, like a, just, but he put a Hellcat engine into it,
Mm.
Oh my God.
and he was just fucking smoking everybody. I was in an old Camaro. I'm like, it's a Camaro. I'm gonna fucking win. And he shows up in this thing. I'm like, the fuck is that? And he's just blasting past me in a fucking
Oh my
Hellcat
God.
engine.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
those races are pretty fun. Yeah.
So every week, is it always the same track that you guys are running on?
No, it's
For each-
all different tracks.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they keep bouncing you
For
around.
each series is a different. Yep.
Gotcha. So you have a schedule, I'm assuming. I mean, I'm assuming Hairpin has like a Discord that they keep track of all this shit on, and then they,
Yep.
they kind of lay it out week by week and
Yep.
kind of what to expect.
Yeah, I mean each series has its own channel, and then it's like the multi-class has the settings, the registration, just general chat, and then the
Yeah.
standings, your points
Gotcha.
and stuff.
So how does that work? How does the standing system work and the point system work for your league in specific?
Each category kind of has its own point system. Sometimes we use the F1 system, which is the top 10 get points.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them, though, we kind of it's each lobby can hold up to 16 people, so it's 25 points for the first, and then the last place gets 1, and then it kind of just
gotcha.
breaks down in between then, and then they just whoever's in charge of each series just keeps track of all the points and then just posts them after the race.
Nice.
Interesting.
That's
Interesting.
cool.
Very
So
cool.
like you say you do like you do like all kinds of different circuits and stuff. Like how much of it is like you just remembering, or like are you like super comfortable with every circuit in this game? Like how much of it is like I just know this track and I know where to hit the turns and stuff, or like how much of it is like skill, like you're thrown into a track you're not as comfortable with, but you still got to like be on top of your game and try to get the best time possible.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely strong tracks and weak tracks. Everybody has, their own preferences as to how they like to drive and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, a lot of it is skill too. Like Max Verstappen, his Nazi dad, who
Yes.
told him he's basically
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
you have 3 laps. After 3 laps, you have to be going flat out and everything. You have to already know the course in 3 laps.
Cool.
And it's like, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
he was. Yeah.
He was I mean, as far as I know, he was a pretty strict dad, but
Very,
I
very
mean,
strict dad.
he created that monster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
For sure.
He created the man he is today.
Absolutely. I think that's super interesting. Do you find it harder to qualify or just maintain race pace?
I am a qualifier. I definitely I'm much better on just a single lap. And then I generally fall apart in the race.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that are better at racing, and they're not better at just focusing on a single lap. In the race they can, they're much better at reading people and being able to move around, pass effectively and whatnot. And yeah, I'm definitely way more of a qualifier.
I'm going to squeak in
That's
with an
for
extra
sure.
question just to kind of think.
Yeah.
What makes like so when you initially looked for a racing league, was it just because the public lobby system is so shit in this series, or was it just you were looking for more of a competitive group of people that were like-minded enough to actually race clean?
Yeah, the online system, sport mode, their daily races,
Oh yeah.
is fucking shit. The penalty system fucking sucks. And everybody on there just turn one, you're getting fucking
Yeah.
hit from behind every
Mhm.
single time.
Ah.
Doesn't matter what track it is. It's awful.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that was the main thing. I was like, this is fucking stupid, and like going online and just making comments and stuff mainly on Facebook and shit. And they're like, people are like, join a league, and I'm like, fuck is a league?
Yeah.
So then
Yeah.
that's when I like looked and I'm like, oh shit. And it's, the one league that I joined, they even had like a separate guy that wasn't racing with us that you could save your replays. Like, this dude fucking hit me. Save my replay, send it to this guy, be like, this is what I feel like happened, whatever. He'll review it and then be like, all right, next race, this guy, you automatically have a 5-second penalty
Right.
or
Okay.
2-spot grid penalty or something like that. There was a stewarding system.
Okay.
Hairpin, we basically, if we just talk it out after the race, like, hey, like, you fucking hit me, or like, oh shit, sorry. And most of the time, if you're a respectful driver and you hit somebody, like you hit somebody off the track or anything, you pull over and you wait for them to get past you. Even if you're in second place and you hit the first place guy out, pull over. If every single person passes you and
Oh.
you're in last place, that's what it is.
That's
You
what
fucked
that's
up, and
Yep.
you gotta, yeah.
Oh, interesting. Well, and like Cam and I were watching your the Nürburgring one, and like we could hear the other, like we're watching your gameplay,
Mhm.
but we could hear the other guys, and there was this one guy that
Right.
kept being like, sorry, 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 sorry. So like he must have been bumping into his teammate or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, the Nürburgring is just a
It's a
fucking
Yeah.
it's crazy. Yeah.
Absolutely.
it's
So I
just
mean, yeah,
absolutely
and we're racing some of the fastest cars in the game on that track
Mhm.
too. So
right.
that was a challenging race, and it was
Yeah,
at night, so
at
there was
night.
fucking no
Yeah.
grip. The track was cold, and it
Yep.
was, yeah, it was
So how much, like, I'm gonna
it
follow
was a
up
fu-
with
it was a fun
kind of
race.
what Cam and you said, like, you know, some of those races that you're going into, like you're getting hit at turn one, it was just chaos, like how I don't
Hmm.
remember like how is like the damage model and stuff in GT7. Like, are you obviously do you get penalized if you're hitting people, or are people just bumping into each other just to try to get ahead?
Yeah,
You know?
there's most of like the online, like especially in sport mode, they just have like it's set to weak. So if you get hit from behind, you basically have like you've got a back bumper, a front bumper, and then your wheels. And if it depending on where you get hit, that'll turn red. So it's like if you
Okay.
get hit in the front, if you run into somebody, you're gonna mess up your front, and you'll mess up your front wheel, and you can feel it. Like it's like I've got no arrow. I've got you're going
Oh,
down the
sure.
straight, and it's just like you can feel the wind like hitting you, and anybody who doesn't have damage, they can fly right past you, and it
Yeah.
Okay.
lasts 15 seconds, I think, and
Oh
then it goes
shit.
back to normal.
Oh,
But there
interesting.
is
Okay.
you can, you can do heavy damage, which it never goes away until you pit, and then you have to
Oh,
take, depending on how hard the damage is, it'll take 5 seconds to fix your tire, 5 seconds to fix your front bumper or
sure.
whatnot. So yeah, heavy
Well, and
damage
like,
is fun, but it also sucks.
well, because
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Cam and I were talking, when I play F1 25 online a little bit, and that I mean that's such a different thing that like you get hit, you're out. You know what I mean? Like those
Yeah,
cars just don't take
right.
any damage. So I just wondered like how far you could like, how much damage affects your race. But you kind of answered that, so I was just curious.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, in this you can. you can hit a wall at 200 miles an hour, and in 15 seconds you're back to normal.
Okay. That's what I wondered about.
There's no, yeah, yep. There's no like disqualification or anything like that because or a DNF that your car is so damaged that you can't continue.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's got to be gamified a little bit, otherwise you're
Yeah, exactly.
playing iRacing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, exactly. iRacing has that where you can just turn one. Oh, I'm out.
Yeah,
My race
sure.
is done.
Yeah.
Which is real life, but
Yeah.
It's also a fucking game. You're supposed to kind of enjoy it a little
Right,
bit.
right.
Do you get any nerves at all
Right.
before you go into an event, or is it just like you're kind of used to the crew that you run with now that it's just kind of like we're just gonna hop in and have some fun and fuck around, or do you get any nerves at all or anything like that, or is it all pretty much normal, just straight out of the gate?
I find that the more practice I get for a race, the more nervous I am when I go into it.
Oh,
So
interesting.
if I'm like, oh shit, I didn't have time to practice, like, fuck it, we'll see what happens.
Mhm.
And I'm just like,
Okay.
and I'll do better usually.
Yeah.
It's like, it's weird. Yeah. The
Really?
less practice I get, sometimes the better I do. Yeah. And it just probably just overthinking everything. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, this turn, I got to do this and I got to remember
Yeah.
this and fuck. Yeah. So usually, yeah, when I just hop into a race, I generally do better.
Nice.
That's cool.
Is
So
it's like I love racing. I love practicing all the time, but sometimes it's got a negative effect.
yeah,
on
it throws
me.
you. I do
sure.
the same thing. I mean, obviously, I don't play to this
Yeah.
level at all, but I still do that where I'm like, if I'm trying to work on a track to get it down, and I'm like, okay, I got it, and then I go into a race, and I'm like, I just fucked that up, and I just practiced it, 3 different times. So yeah, I know what
Yep.
that's like.
That
So
was my Nürburgring race. I know that track really well, and I practice, and then the race came, and I was fucking in the grass all the time.
No.
how many corners does Nürburgring have? Do they count them like they do in like all the other circuits?
Yeah, it's kind of it, it, they don't really. I mean, what they say is, the layout that we did, which is the Nordschleife and
Yes.
the 24-hour GP track. They say that there's 170 corners, but I consider if you're flat out, it's not a corner.
Right.
There's a section kind of towards the back that you're flat out, but
Oh
you
yeah.
hit the left curb, then you hit the right curb, then you hit the left curb, and it's kind of,
Yep.
the track is weaving, but you're able to just go straight through it. They might be counting those as turns, but it's
I
like,
bet
it's
they
not really a
are.
turn.
Yeah. Well, and Cam
Yeah.
even
Yep.
we mentioned that the last time we were watching your live stream. You were like, it was the back section because I remember this course pretty well too, and I'm like, he's just flat
Mhm.
out going around these
Yep.
corners. So, is Nürburgring like
Yep.
the most like intense, or are there other like more intense races that you've been a part of? What's the
No,
craziest?
I'd say Nürburgring is probably the most intense. Yeah. I mean, it's just the amount of turns, and it's like the little undulations and shit. Like, you got to know exactly, like, there's a part kind of towards the back right before that super fast bendy section where there's like a jump, and if you don't time it right or whatever, and you hit your brakes wrong or whatever, you're gonna hit that bump and just, fucking fly off.
Oh Jesus.
Um, but there's a couple other tracks that get crazy, but nothing's quite like the Nürburgring. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys were
That's a
running
wild track.
sevens, mid sevens, which is fucking insane on Nordschleife.
Oh,
So
on Large Life,
yeah, you guys are just absolutely zooming, which is pretty impressive. It's super fun to watch. I really enjoyed tuning into your live streams just because it's
Yeah. So
crazy.
did I.
Mhm. Yep.
I don't know how you do VR. I'd be barfing in my that was one of the shitty things about GT Sport. They had PS1 VR support, but you could only go in with I think you could only time trial in VR at that time. You couldn't
Oh, okay. So
actually.
was that on the PSVR 1, right?
Yeah, that was on PS4,
Yeah.
PSVR 1, and that was the first racing game you could do. So I had it, but I didn't. I
Mhm.
tried to play with controller, and I was in there. I was like, fuck this shit. I can't. Like, this is fucking
Yeah.
disgusting. Plus, I mean, the resolution on the PSVR 1 wasn't great either, so that kind of played into it. But I get hella motion sick with VR. Anyway,
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's. I was very fortunate that I put the headset on right away, and everybody's like, start off slow. Don't do a track that has, a bunch of, elevation changes. Like, start with an open, a convertible. Like, have a fan on you. I went straight to a track called Eiger, which is in like it's supposed to be in like the Swiss Alps. So I was like all over, and right away I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Like no motion sickness whatsoever.
That's awesome.
Like yes.
Is that the one that you
But
put?
even
Go ahead.
where I was in that old Ferrari,
Yeah, you had me try that one, and you're like, just look around, and I'm
yes.
like, oh my
Just
god,
look around.
just look around.
Yep.
You're like in
Yeah,
the mountains, and
the first like week or so that I had it, it was really hard to actually like play the game because I'm constantly like, "What's a bird?
oh yeah,
Bird flying over me and
squirrel.
shit," and like looking around in the cockpit and stuff. And yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But then, I mean, once you get locked in, it's fucking amazing. To me, there is nothing like PSVR 2 and the VR. Like, I would like to play. Like I told Cam, I was like, a set of courses, awesome.
Mhm.
The physics are, I think, a little bit more real. As like what I don't know what a GTR. I don't know what any of these race cars actually how they actually react, and I've never raced any of
Yeah.
them, so that's kind of a big thing with, people say, oh, GT7, it's a simcade. It's not a real sim racer. The physics are like, I don't know what a race car
Right.
feels like. I don't, it doesn't,
Feels
to
real to
me,
me.
this is fucking exciting. It's fun. That's all I care about. Yeah. I don't
Damn
care
right.
if it's like, yeah, but your tire physics aren't quite. I'm like, I don't care.
Oh Jesus
Right.
Christ!
Yeah.
I don't give a
You're
shit.
gonna
There's
have those people in
iRacing
it,
for
But
those
yeah, I
people.
mean,
Yeah.
Fuck.
right. And I mean, I do kind of want to try iRacing, but the only thing is I'd have to get like, drop $2,000 for a computer that can run it to have, like
Ugh.
a decent looking screen and everything. And I'm like, do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big
Yeah.
expense.
Yep.
If someone was starting today and wanted to get really big into sim racing, what is worth investing in and what's kind of overrated in the hobby, in your opinion?
Well, I would say, I mean, like what I did, I started off with just that G29, which is,
Mhm.
It's entry level.
Yeah, it is.
But then there's from the G29 to the G Pro, there's multiple different, you can go to the 923, then they just came out with the RS50, which it's still a decent wheel. But once I got the 29 and I was like, this is it. This is fucking what I want to do. I was like,
Mhm.
okay, now I'm gonna go up to, buy once, cry once, and I'm just gonna get the wheel that I'm gonna basically end with. I don't really
Yeah.
see a reason to get anything different than this wheel.
Right. Oh, yeah.
There,
Interesting.
there are lots of, PlayStation 5 only supports a certain amount of wheels. There's wheels that have, twice as much power as this one. They go up to 25 Newton meters, but you
Mhm.
can't really connect it to the PlayStation. It's more of an iRacing wheel.
So that would be
So
like a
this
PC
is
thing.
basically right.
Okay.
Yep. You have to plug it into a PC.
You're-
And Fanatec is probably the biggest name in wheels and stuff. But I like Logitech. It has a direct, you can plug it into your PS5 and everything works.
It just
Every button
works.
works.
Yeah.
Whereas on Fanatec, it's like you gotta map buttons, and then you've got certain buttons that just don't work. They don't do anything, and I don't want to drop, $1,200 on a wheel and have buttons that don't work.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
yeah,
and have to
hell
sit
yeah.
there and map all your controls and everything.
Right? Exactly. Yep.
So do you said you primarily just play in VR now? Like that's your
Oh yeah. Yep.
okay.
I
And do
never
you
race without VR.
right. And you think that that's like the way to go? I mean, if someone doesn't get motion sickness, do you recommend, for the full
100%.
experience? Okay, that's kind of what I thought you were gonna say,
100%.
but yeah, I mean, when I played your setup, the thing that I really liked was using your head as like another controller in a sense. Like you don't have to use buttons, but
Right.
you can turn your head, look at your mirrors. I was looking for people behind me, and like especially the thing that I liked the most was cornering. Like literally being able to just your hands are
And you
still on the
can
wheel
look.
and you're looking at that corner, and it makes
Yeah,
it so
exactly.
much
Yep.
easier to hit those corners. I mean, I still sucked, but like I still felt like I really enjoyed that part of it.
It puts you in the car.
Yeah.
Like it's you're sitting in the car. And even like once like you get kind of locked in and you're just racing, you know, this you'll go around a corner and you're going down a straight and the sun's coming through and it's hitting your arm on the game and your arm will start to get hot. It's like
That phantom
it
stuff.
literally exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And like
That's
like
weird.
you've got a harness on and the sun can hit that belt buckle and you can be like the fuck like it's fucking
Why is
shining. It's
my
like
why is my lap getting
man,
hot?
it's not there. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It's like
you're under a
the
staircase
only
in your
thing
basement.
the only yeah, exactly. Yeah, I did move out. I'm not the
Oh, you're
staircase is
not?
behind me now.
Oh,
I
you
moved out
moved
of the
it.
staircase.
Okay.
Yep.
I kind of
Yep.
like that though. It kind of felt like you were like in a car sort of.
What the
Yeah,
heck
Yeah,
about it?
it was cool. Yeah.
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 I had to
But
like climb
it
in
was
to get
getting
into the seat.
that's the only thing that I didn't like. Yeah, is you had to literally like scooch around the corner and get into the
Yeah.
seat, and I was like that.
And you had like a fan in there to like yeah, because it got warm in there too.
I bet.
Yep. And I have two fans. I have one that's right underneath my wheel. That's it just kind of blows up at me, and it'll hit my hands and stuff. And then I have another one just in the corner of the room. Um, but I haven't. I run the one for my hands, but it's still. Minnesota, we're still fucking cold up here. My
Yep.
basement is still freezing, so I still have a space heater up.
No, nice.
So, if someone wanted to get into the leagues, like Hairpin, for example, what was the registration process like for you? Is it strict at all, or is there kind of a league for everybody if you go into it?
No, and I mean, and and in Hairpin, it's just sign up,
Mhm.
do your registration, just, put this is what my GT7 name is, this is what my PSN name is, this is what my Discord name is, and just show up to races and start racing. Um, I've got one other, it's not a league, it's more of a racing series that they do like once a year, but that has a whole qualifying process where you have to show up, usually has two different qualifying sessions in set cars on set tracks, and that is basically your placement in the series. And they've got four different leagues or four different categories or whatever. You've got your pro ram, your pro plus, and amateur. And like the pro plus dudes, I was in lobbies with them, and it's like, how how are you guys this fast? It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh shit. So I'm glad you said that because I was curious about like, when Cam said you can just kind of sign up and hop in. I mean, I'm sure you run into people that just suck. Like you don't
Yeah.
want them like, either on your team
Yeah,
or whatever. Like, do people get knocked out? Can you kick people out? That you're like, dude, go join something else.
yeah, and I mean, there's right now in Hairpin, there is one guy that's kind of causing some issues. The thing is that he is stupid fast. The ranking system, you can only so you have a DR and an SR, your driver rating, and then your safety rating. Your driver rating is basically how good you are. You win races, it goes up, but it's only in sport mode. So you have to race sport mode to get your DR up.
Right.
I am a low B right driver, and then there's A, and then there's A plus, and then there's S. S is the only the people that go to the GT World Series, which is they have a whole qualifying thing, and then you fly to Berlin, you fly to Tokyo, you
Oh my
fly to
God.
London to do all of these races. It's yeah, but there's no, as far as I know, that there's no like you don't win money or anything. It's just bragging rights.
Yeah.
Um, but anyways, okay. So this dude is an A+ driver. He's super fast, and we have B and C drivers, and he's having trouble getting around them. And a lot of times he
Uh,
just pushes them out of the way. And it's like, dude, come on.
What
Like
a dick.
we haven't, the is the one race he took this dude, he took like the 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 leader of our league out 2 races in a row, and then the leader was finally like, all right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to deduct your points by half for this race. And like that's as far as we took it,
Yeah.
and
right.
if he if he were to continue, yeah, Barry would actually absolutely kick him out, but he's fast, so
He's got to, yeah.
it's
Well, he's got to
just
work within your team, your rules.
right. That's the only thing, and that was one of those his arguments was he's like, I race with A+ and S drivers, and he's like, and I don't have a problem, and it's like, well, we aren't A+ S
Right.
drivers, like you gotta,
Maybe you should
and it's
stay in
like,
one of
oh,
those.
he's just impatient. That's the only thing. Like
Mm.
he doesn't, we race. There are A+ drivers in our league that we have no problems with. They know they're like, okay, coming up on you. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. There's my spot. Takes it. It's not like
Okay.
get out of my way. Here I come.
Right.
Yeah.
So this guy's
So yeah, I
driver
mean,
rating is probably pretty high, but his safety rating probably is not so much. Or
well, like it said, it only affects the
The
the sport mode
multiplayer
is the
mode.
the
only thing it
sport
Yeah.
mode.
affects. So
Yeah,
you can go into lobbies and you can do whatever the hell you want, and it's not going to affect your rating at all.
I
Yeah.
gotcha.
These are
Okay.
all
So yeah,
private lobby
he isn't right,
setups. So
exactly.
there's no
Yep,
effect on your
yep.
multiplayer
Gotcha.
rating, so to speak.
Nope,
Um,
nope.
so does Hairpin just keep growing with more people registering? Is that kind of how the whole system works? Because you said
Yeah, I
you
mean,
have a full lobby, so you like know the
right.
people that are in your crew. Um,
Yep.
so you don't get like new drivers into your specific league often, do you? Or do you?
We do still, like one of the things I do, I'm on the Gran Turismo Facebook page a lot. There's shit tons of people on there.
Mhm.
There's people that fucking are trolls, and there's,
Mm-hmm.
I generally, if I see somebody that says something like, "Oh, I fucking hate these daily races, like this shit sucks, like I'm gonna quit." I'll go on and I'll look and I'm like, okay, he seems cool. I'll send him a message like, hey, Hairpin Racing League, like we're
Oh,
clean,
nice.
we have rules to follow and everything, so try this out. And there's been 3 or 4 people that I've seen that come in that was like, oh yeah, I remember that dude. So when we started off, we generally weren't having full lobbies, and now pretty much every series has a full lobby in it. It'd be nice to have, 2 lobbies. That'd be cool. We could have 32 people, and it's you only race with the 16 at a time, but just to have more people in a series would be
Right.
sweet. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
anybody can join.
There you go.
I'll
Hairpin
join.
Racing League.
I'll be terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have requirements for?
Well,
So go ahead. Sorry.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, like if people who they come in and they're not quite, they're not skilled as much as we are, and they're not as good at drivers. We're more than happy to give pointers and to help people out. Everybody in Hairpin is pretty nice and helpful.
Oh, a non-toxic league. That'd be something interesting. That's cool.
Adults
You don't
on
see that
video
very often.
games? No fucking way.
That doesn't happen. I
No
was gonna say, like,
fucking way.
Call of Duty racing, you're just like, your mom fucking sucks.
If someone's trying to get more competitive with GT7, what would you recommend they do?
That's a good question. Practice. One thing, especially with, I mean, everybody, you can be good. We've got people that, race in VR on controller and they're fast as fuck. Um, but I do, if you're racing on a rig, um, I mean, again, people on G29 can be fast, but I would recommend getting a decent setup, that's for sure.
Mhm.
And just practice, watch other people's races. That's one of the things, I save replays a lot
Yeah.
because I'll go back in, the guy that won, I'm like, all right, just watch his lines. What is he doing? Where is he braking at? Where is he turning in at? You know, all, that type of what's his strategy. Um, so yeah, just get in and start getting your hands dirty.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yep.
using other people too. You can load ghosts. You can
Oh
there's
yeah.
there's lots of different tools and stuff that you can use to help you improve your lap times and stuff.
I always found that ghost car stuff to actually be helpful and be like, oh,
But
I'm
yeah,
totally taking this corner wrong, or
exactly. Yep.
that's cool that
Yep.
you that's
Yep.
interesting.
And you can even, you can go in and, you can go frame by frame, like where do they you set your marker, like, okay, there's a little, like grate right there on the
Yeah,
corner. That's where I need to start braking. And it's kind of, once you start getting used to it, it kind of all just blends together, but it's like, where do you start braking? Where do you start turning in? Where do you release the brakes? When do you start accelerating? It's there's multiple things that you need to think about on every single corner
sure.
just to be fast. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
Piggyback
Well,
onto that. Sorry, I'm going to
yeah,
piggyback off of that.
piggy it up.
If you could do it over, would you have started with your budget beginner option wheel setup, or would you have jumped straight into what you currently have?
It's tough because, I mean, not knowing whether or not
Right.
you're gonna like it,
That's the holdup. Yeah.
basically. Yeah, exactly. 100%, without knowing whether or not I was gonna like it, just being like, of course, this is fucking it, then I would have jumped straight to this. Yeah. But it's hard to know.
Really hard to know. God damn.
What's
Mhm.
what's like the funniest or craziest thing that's ever happened like mid race? I mean, obviously we hear you guys like, joking around and stuff, but like is there something that stands out that was like, I do you remember that race? Like this fucking crazy thing happened?
Um, not
Not
really,
really?
no. It's mainly just, you know, in the middle of a race, something happens or somebody says something and you crack a joke and then it's like fucking shit out and you'll
Yeah.
fly off the track or something, you lose concentration. That's happened quite a few times, yeah. Where
Well,
it's
well,
like,
one of the things I was
yeah,
thinking
you
of,
just get distracted.
yeah, you made a joke during your last live stream, like you have got a guy named like Jesus or something, and you're like, well,
Oh Jesus,
can't,
yep.
can't you just walk on water or turn it into wine and shit? And like everyone's just busting up laughing.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's gotta
Yeah,
fuck with your driving.
yep. That was that
Shit landed.
That did.
was luckily that wasn't in the middle of the race, but yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Well, shit, I
Well,
think I'm. I guess one last thing, because we are a gaming podcast, so let's talk about the game. Is there anything specific to GT7 that kind of keeps you? I mean, obviously, there's a lot of factors. You're on PS5, you don't have a lot of sim options, but is there anything in particular that sets 7 apart from like 4 that you played in the past that makes this game better than the prior ones that you've played? Or is it just kind of, this is the new thing, this is what I'm on?
I mean, it's mainly the ability to get online and race with other people,
Yeah.
It's yeah, it's the challenge of, because the AI sucks in this game. Like
Mm-hmm.
racing, just the menu, cafe menus is what they call them.
Yep.
It's the AI sucks.
Yep.
They have something called Sophie or Sofi. I don't really know what the pronunciation is. It's it's an AI based, like, of course it's always AI, but this one it's smart. It's using modern AI engines and stuff,
Oh,
and it's challenging, but still there's things that it just they're still like slow in corners. So if you're coming up on a corner that like, oh, I know that I can fucking dive into this corner, you'll come up and all of a sudden they're hitting their brakes and it's like, whoa, shit, and
yeah.
it kind of it still sucks. It's better, but it's still there. It's not that
That's
great.
that's like
So
in
yeah, I
any
mean the
game.
ability
It's
to
every
race with
game.
other people.
That's every
Right,
racing
right.
game ever made of
Even
all time.
well, not even racing
Yep.
games. I mean, you could tell in like shooters, like and stuff, like who's a bot. They just don't do
Hmm.
stuff that a human would do. You can just
Right.
tell, you know.
Yep.
So yeah, racing
But
games are the same
the
way.
the Sophie will, especially if it's a long enough race, it does learn. So,
Oh,
the first place guy that, was supposed to be, like the fastest, it'll learn, it knows like what lines you take or whatever, and it'll try, and if you're slow, it knows how to get around you without just ramming into you. So it's adaptive somewhat.
I just find like in racing games though, like Jason mentioned shooters and stuff, like there are, the AI is never really that good, but in racing, like we've talked about Car X Street, Jason, and all these
yeah,
fucking games that we play all the time. You're always passing in corners. You're always abusing the fucking corner. That's just racing game logic, and it is kind of a
Yep.
bummer that every racing game has that
Mhm.
same bottleneck at every junction.
yes,
You know what I mean? It's always the corners. It's very rare you're making
Yep.
an actual clean pass on a straightaway after pulling out a slipstream, getting clean air, and whipping around people. It's always fucking, I'm getting 4 positions around this corner, and then I'm fucking sitting in my thing until the next corner where I can break later and
Yep.
get around them and do, abuse it that way. So, anyways,
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
the racing game industry still has a lot of work to do in that aspect, for sure. But multiplayer helps that. So,
It does.
yeah,
You're right. Right.
yeah, for sure. All right, well, I think we've kept you long enough. Is there anything else you want to add, Cam or
yeah.
Tyler? Or...
So I will say, go follow Punktree on YouTube. Sounds like he's going to get more into the streaming thing. Told me he downloaded
I'm gonna
OBS.
try.
So just let
Yep.
me know if you have questions. I'd be more than happy to help you. He's in the Discord.
Okay.
He sounds like an advocate for Hairpin Racing League as well. So if anybody in our Discord, which is very small right now, wants to get involved in that, hit him up. Let him know what you're interested
Yeah.
in, and he'll be able to point you in the right direction. I think this is awesome. It's just something that I am not super familiar with, so I'm glad we got to take this time to talk to you about it, and I appreciate you taking time out of your day to talk about it. I know you're a busy guy, so
For sure.
means a lot to us to have you pop on, and we'll probably follow up and do some more check-ins. And like I said, that'd be really
Yeah,
cool. I
absolutely.
really enjoy this shit. It's
I'm
super
sure
fun
you
to
will.
watch,
Yep.
and I just appreciate you taking the time out to talk to us.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, bro. All right,
Yep.
guys. Well, that was our
Thank you.
our sim racing section. We're gonna take another break, and then when we come back, we're gonna be diving into the news for the week. So stick around.
Welcome back to Spawn Point Podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed the section with Tyler, aka Punktree. We will have the link to his YouTube channel in the description down below. Go subscribe over there. He's just getting started making content. I'm happy for him. I'm excited for him. He's going to have, that's going to continue to evolve, but it is still fun watching that stuff as it is currently. So check it out. Tune in
was
for
really
that.
Fun conversation too.
It was a great conversation. Yeah,
I enjoyed
love
that.
love to have him back anytime. And if you guys
said
want to
he
come
would.
on the show, if you guys want to come on the show, send us messages and we'll, if we can squeeze you, we'll squeeze you. I mean,
For sure.
well, people that listen to the show we know pretty much, except for some of you, which I fucking love all of y'all. But let us know.
Yeah.
We'll do some stuff if you have something you want to add to the show. Anyways, let's get into the news because we've got tons to go over, shall we?
We do.
So it is the May Mega episode, along with the special guest and everything else we're doing, which is just so much stuff. Yeah. So we are going to absolutely tear through the game releases for the month of May. Jason has done some research. So fucking shout out to Jason. He's going to help me out with probably a lot of these. Or
there
what
was
he knows
some in
anyway.
here that we both definitely know about and that are kind of like the heavy hitters. But there's also kind of a few in here that I was like, I don't know what this is. So I just made some notes on all the games that are going to release in May.
Hell yeah. So I wrote like a little thing. I said there's a lot of heavy hitters, but a lot of like, what the fuck? In this month. And that's kind of every month. So
it is.
We're like in the industry as much as you can be without getting paid for it, and we can't keep up with it. So that's just kind of how it is.
How nice would that be?
Dude, that'd be sick.
Get a fat paycheck for doing this.
Yeah, come on, IGN. You could use 2 new reviewers.
You sure could.
All right. First game. We're using Games Radar this week, mixing it up. No offense to Game Informer. Still go to GameStop and get your copy, but just mixing it up a little bit. Going with Games Radar. First game of the month, Constance, is out now on modern consoles and the original Nintendo Switch. I have no idea what that is to start us off. Do you have any idea what that is?
I do. And actually, this is one I really didn't have to look too much into because I'd heard about this one. It's your favorite. It's a Metroidvania. It's a 2D hand-drawn Metroidvania action adventure game. So that's just putting it nice and simply. That's what it is.
Beautiful.
It's another one of those. Yep.
You like Metroidvanias, you eat fucking good because they keep coming out.
Yeah,
And
plenty.
I keep skipping them. Wax Heads PC, modern consoles, and Nintendo Switch comes out in 2 days on the 5th.
So this, I actually do think looks kind of cool. I really don't know if it's my type of game. I just like the concept. You are you work in a struggling record store. Okay. So it's kind of a narrative kind of simulation where you try to bring back this record store to its former glory. So
I like that.
I like that. I used to work in a record store a long time ago. So like that kind of holds a spot in my heart, just running a record store. So yeah, that's what that is.
Nothing wrong. Is that Wax Heads or is that Mixtape?
That's Wax Heads. Mixtape's something different.
Mixtape is next. Comes out on modern consoles, PC, Nintendo Switch 2 on May 7th. I think I heard of this one. Isn't this like the Annapurna?
This is Annapurna. Yep. Annapurna narrative follows 3 kids through their last day of high school and just the shenanigans and stuff they get to.
We saw that somewhere.
It was in one of the things we watched.
Damn, I don't remember. Fuck.
I can't remember either.
God, whatever. We are getting old.
But it's got a really cool art style, like a almost like stop motion kind of animated. It just looks really cool.
Nice. It does. Annapurna makes good games, by the way.
They sure do. Yep.
Aren't they doing the next Silent Hill too? Aren't they in the next one?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Which is this year too, right? God damn, that franchise is just blowing up again.
They're just smoking them out.
Good stuff. Battlestar Galactica Shattered Hopes, PC, May 11th. I don't give a shit. If you took notes, I don't care.
No, don't.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle comes out on the Switch 2 on May 12th. Cool.
That one,
for y'all.
Yeah, that reviewed really well on the modern consoles. This is just the Switch 2 version of it, and I did see some early impressions and stuff. And the people that I trust, the videos that I watch, they were like, "This is surprisingly good."
Yeah. For the same thing.
Yep.
Made by it's not id anymore, but who made Wolfenstein?
No.
3D Realms? Are they dead? I think 3D Realms is way gone.
I think they are too. Yeah.
I don't remember, but it's those guys that made the new Wolfenstein games.
I should know this because I played those.
You're fighting Nazis.
And the cool thing that I keep hearing about this game is it doesn't feel like you're like watching an Indiana Jones. It feels like you're playing as Indiana Jones.
Yep.
And that's saying something. Like that's got to be hard to nail. And from what I've heard, it nails it. So
yeah, that's great. It's like first person whip game. They even made the whip feel good, which is pretty cool.
Yep. Which is awesome.
Yeah. Directive 8020, PC, Xbox Series, and PS5 comes out on the 12th of May. What do you got for that?
It's a sci-fi survival horror game that's part of the Dark Pictures anthology, which I'm not super familiar with that, but
me either. Man of Medan and fucking
survival
else.
Horror game.
Yep.
Right.
Clockwork Ambrosia, PC, 12th of May.
Another 2D steampunk Metroidvania. You pilot like an airship, and for what I did see though, that did look kind of cool is like the super deep weapon mod customization that's in this. Like you can attach all this stuff to your guns and like just make this gun like crazier and crazier the farther you go. So thought that was kind of cool. But
very, very cool. God damn, there's a lot of Metroidvanias we just talked about. Outbound, hopefully running a little better than it did in the demo, comes out on all modern consoles on May 14th. And this is we covered this, but for those of you that missed those episodes, it is a camper van casual adventure
sort of
sim thing.
Yep.
Jason tried the demo on Switch. It was poorly optimized beyond belief. So hopefully that's a little bit better now.
Yep.
Dark Light Survivor PC May 14th.
Action roguelike survival game where you fight monsters in a shattered universe aboard a phantom train. Searching for I
can see the Survivor title.
That's what it says.
So
Yeah.
Bullet Heaven. Love those games. Love those games a lot.
So,
cool. Subnautica 2 comes out in early access on PC and Xbox Series. A lot of fucking controversies behind Subnautica 2 if you dive into that. But
saw a little bit of that.
People love the first one.
I played a bit of the first one.
I don't like that type of game.
Yeah, it's not usually my thing either. I just wanted to give it a shot, but it's all right.
There you go. Forza Horizon 6, probably one of the biggest ones of the month, comes out on Xbox Series X and PC on May 19th. Happy for y'all. I can't wait to get my hands on that in a couple months.
Excited about that one. Yep.
Yes. Forza Horizon 6 looks like Forza Horizon 5, but it sounds great. And it's going to be fucking cool. Oh, and the cities look huge. So that game is going to be really cool.
And we've got another little teaser coming up. We got a little Forza Horizon news a little bit later on. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that. Darksiders, the War Mastered Edition, comes out on PS5 and Xbox Series on May 19th. Just a facelift. Is it the whole collection or just the first game?
I think it sounds like it's just the first game.
Okay.
I don't know.
Darksiders, the first game was kind of a Zelda-like kind of.
It was very much so.
Yeah.
Yep. Very much so. And then they got a little bit more action.
Experimental.
Action-y.
Yeah. Darksiders 3 was a Souls-like. So it's just that series is really strange. But cool. If you're into that sort of thing. I have them on PS3. That's not back there anymore. They have holographic cases. Looks so cool. Wow, birdie. Thick as Thieves comes out on PC May 20th.
Yeah, this is a stealth action heist game set in an alternate history, 1910 Scotland, where magic and technology meet.
Pass. Hotel Architect on PC May 20th. That's just a building hotels game. Yep, love that.
Like a 3D tycoon style game.
What the hell is this one, Jason? Cyvarrior 3?
Yes. So I was trying to. I'm glad you said it and not me because I didn't know how to pronounce it. But it's a Japanese kind of style vertical scrolling bullet hell shoot 'em up. Wait. Like
vertical.
Yeah.
Vertical.
Yeah, so like your Ikaruga. Yep.
Looks
cool.
Not my been wanting
type
that
game there. Yeah, this could be.
Resogun kind of filled that for me, so maybe not. But this comes out on PS5, Switch 2, Xbox Series, and PC on May 20th. No. Yes, it does come out then, Jason. Yes, you said no. It does. I'm reading it. Unless it gets delayed. You're saying no because you don't want it. I got it.
I don't want it.
I got it. Coffee Talk Tokyo, PS5, PC, Nintendo Switch, Xbox Series X. This is a visual novel in a coffee store. This is, I think, the second or third.
Third. It said it's the third entry, so that's cool because I haven't heard of the first two.
This is not my thing. I do know that people that like this series love it, though. It is very popular in that. That's how I know about it. It's very popular in that.
Barista
and you serve. You serve coffee and people try to fuck in front of you, and it's very strange. People love it.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass. If you like it, great for you. May 21st, you can get your hands on Coffee Talk Tokyo. Gallipoli, PC, Xbox Series, and PS5 on 21st of May.
I missed that one. I didn't write anything down for that one.
All right. Well, Gallipoli's coming. Get your hands on it.
Oops.
Probably not even Italian. So I don't know why I'm saying it like that. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, shout out. Coming out.
Oh, wait. Let's back up for a second. That last one is a, I didn't write it down because I thought I'd remember it, and clearly I didn't, but it is a World War I first-person shooter.
Oh, weird.
Yep.
Kind of a throwback. So not Italian. Sorry about it. But May 21st, if you're into first-person shooters. Yeah. Just not a lot of them these days. So that's interesting.
It's interesting, especially a World War I shooter where like your weapons they're so archaic.
Bolt actions and shit. Anyway. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, big release for the Switch 2. The first game to come out with the split pricing model.
Yes.
Physical,
about damn time.
More expensive than the digital version. Yoshi games are cool.
more. Yep.
Zero Parades for Dead Spies, PC, May 21st.
It's an espionage RPG, and it's by the creators of Disco Elysium. So if you can visualize what Disco Elysium was, it looks a lot like that.
Gotcha.
Disco Elysium didn't really have combat. It was just heavy storytelling, kind of puzzle solving. This does look, from what I saw, like it does have a little bit of combat involved too. Obviously, it's a kind of a spy type espionage game, so like I think you want to try to avoid combat, but I think it's in there if you get into a pinch.
Nice.
So, yeah,
that is a game I need to go back to. That is the most beloved game of the past decade. One of the most beloved games of the past decade. Disco Elysium. I've
not tried it, but I've heard
hidden gem. But everybody that's played it praises the fuck out of that game. So definitely one I want to get to someday. I can't believe this exists. Bubsy 4D. Current gen, last gen looks like maybe PC, Nintendo Switch 2 on May 22nd.
Didn't even write anything down because it's just a new
fucking Bubsy game. I think. Yep. I can't believe.
I can't either.
Of all
the things that we've lost, we're bringing back Bubsy.
But Bubsy has, like, I think it's Bubsy 3D is one of the most notoriously terrible games of all time.
Yeah, I do remember hearing that.
It's weird, bro.
It's so wild.
Yeah, it's just whatever. City Tales Medieval Era PC 22nd. My stab in the dark because this is a city builder.
It is.
Wow, what a stab
you design
in the dark.
Cities, manage resources. It's exactly that.
Perfect. Yep. Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight PS5 Series X PC May 22nd. Cole Zicki is excited about this game.
I'm also very excited for this game. It looks
wonderful.
Awesome. I saw like a deep dive video on it and I was like, dude, you can fully customize and deck out the Bat Cave. There's like tons of bat suits. It's an open world. It just looks awesome. So
awesome. Well, shout out Cole Zicki and shout out to you, Jason.
Yep.
I don't do Lego games. I don't know why.
I wasn't the biggest fan until like the Skywalker Saga. I loved the kind of more openness to it, the third person adventure action type of game, and this looks like it's doing all the stuff that game did, and I loved Skywalker Saga. So
Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn Edition Nintendo Switch 2 on May 22nd is a JRPG, I think.
Yep. Well, it's DLC for the Tales of Arise game, so it's just more content for that game. So beautiful.
I'm gonna skip the next one because it's just early access on PC. Paralyzed. What the fuck is it? Nothing.
It's a life sim. Very much heavily inspired by the actual Sims. So it looks like it's just set in a town like the Sims. You're controlling Sims and whatever.
May 25th. There's a big market for that if something can do well other than the Sims. If something can capitalize in there, it will do well. So maybe that's the one.
Power to them. Yep.
The Relic First Guardian PC modern consoles May 26th.
Yep. It's a dark fantasy action RPG. So
sweet.
Did look kind of cool. Could be something that even you might think looks cool. It's got a very unique art style inspired by Asian folklore, another Asian forest game.
Oh boy,
So,
the year of Asian, forest. Yeah, seriously. I will check that out. Biru Shana, Winds of Fate, May 26th on the Nintendo Switch.
It's a historical fantasy visual novel set during Japan's Genpei War.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
All right, Stone Machia, PC, May 26th.
It sounds like it's a parry-focused hack and slash action adventure game where you control Zephyro, who's basically a chess pawn who can transform into other pieces, fighting angels and...
What in the fuck?
Yep, inspired by Italian art and folklore. That
went way not where I expected it to go. But thank you for the big... what the hell? Okay. I was like, ooh, parry focused hack and slash, sweet, chess pieces, what? And then it just continued to go, what?
It just kept getting weirder.
Right?
Yep.
Yerba Buena, PC Modern Consoles, May 26th.
It's a puzzle platformer where you play as an NPC named Barb set in a 1970s inspired San Francisco video game world. So it's like it knows it's a video game. So it's like set in this video game world and you're playing as an NPC.
Hell yeah, dude.
A puzzle platformer. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Yerba. Another big one for the month, 007 First Light from IO comes out Modern Consoles PC May 27th. That might be the only one.
Yeah.
Might be my only game of the month.
Besides Lego Batman for me.
And Forza Horizon 6, dude. You got a fucking month.
Great.
I got a break. You get a busy month. Nice. Mm-hmm. Crash Out Crew PC May 28th.
This looks wild. I watched the trailer for this. It's a cooperative forklift game where up to 4 players manage like a high-speed warehouse where you have to like move these forklifts around and try to get orders out and stuff, and without smashing into everybody. So it kind of felt like my daughter and I play that Moving Out game.
Yeah.
It's just chaos. It kind of looked like that. So
nice.
Looks fun. Little party game.
PC exclusive as of now for May 28th. Yep. Wandering Sword PS5 May 28th as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
It's another Chinese-inspired RPG with HD 2D art style and turn-based combat.
Turn-based. Sweet. I don't know. Stray comes out on the Switch too on May 28th. Little cat robot game.
Little cat kind of cat adventure.
Cat venture, as some would say.
Cat venture.
Yep. Yes. The Switch is also getting Monochrome Mobius Rights and Wrongs Forgotten on the 28th of May as well, and that screams visual novel.
Well, it says it's a prequel JRPG.
I was wrong.
I can't even say that word.
Okay.
Yuto Ramo series, following the story of a young man named Oshtar before the events of Mask of Deception. So apparently I needed to know what that was.
Shit.
For that to
Got
make
it.
Sense, so.
All right.
Don't know.
If you're into that, boy, I bet you're excited.
That's a game for you.
My Little Puppy, Nintendo Switch on the 29th of May. Let's fucking go.
This is that one we touched on this a couple episodes ago. Basically you're playing as a dead dog.
Oh, that's right.
going to dog heaven.
God,
and you got to find
so sad.
your dead owner. I'm like, holy crap! This better have something in it to not bum everyone out.
That might be the bummerest game of the year. And then Little Nightmares 2 Enhanced Edition comes out on Nintendo Switch 2, May 29th. Isometric little character scary game. Check it out.
Yep.
I'm sure there's more, but that is the hit pieces. Jason's busy this month. I'm not so much.
Looks like it. Great.
Yeah. Sucks to be you, bro. I will be checking out 007. That literally might be it for me next month.
That was my case.
I think that might be it, to be honest. I mean, this isn't all of them. Who knows? Something will happen, probably.
Something will pop up.
Yep, but that is next. Well, this month. Happy May. It's gonna be May, as NSYNC said in their very popular song. May. Yeah. All right, let's move on from there.
All right.
Go ahead.
So we got a little GTA news. we've been kind of talking back and forth on if it's going to release this year, if it's going to release in November, like they said. But it sounds like the Take-Two CEO doubles down on the GTA release date being final. So Take-Two Interactive CEO is doubling down on the date being final and when it supposedly launches. So it's another month, another GTA release date announcement. However, this does appear to be final. Like I said, we are closing in on GTA 6's launch window, and looks like it's set for. Wait, why do they do this to me? Yeah, okay. GTA 6 release date is Thursday, November 19th, 2026. And it sounds like it is set in stone. So, yeah, just wanted to throw this in. A lot of people have been kind of going back and forth. Well, is it going to? Are they going to push it? But sounds like they've locked it in. So that's cool.
No, I think it's permanent. I think that's a good date.
I think it is.
I think that's a good spot for it.
Yep.
That is going to be a time to be alive. Let's just say that. I don't know what's going to happen there. It's going to be ridiculous. Man. I just hope the goddamn thing works at launch.
I'd be surprised if it doesn't. I will say that, knowing their track record. But there's.
Well, is it releasing with online immediately, or is it just the single player, do you think?
So I heard in another article that I read, I didn't throw that in here, that it will release the single player first.
Good.
And then
Then
they're going to do the online after. Yep.
I'm much more hopeful in that case, which is honestly, dude, if you're playing GTA, you should play through the story, in my opinion. You shouldn't just jump straight 100%. Into multiplayer. So
no.
That is
GTA 5, I thought it had a great story.
It did.
That had 3 characters that you were constantly moving back and forth in between. This one has 2, so 1 less, but still, it's a great concept. And they just, Rockstar just tells good stories. So play the story mode on this.
I like 4 better than 5. Just saying.
I did like 4.
No, don't even fucking, don't you start with me. You made a short and you said it was overrated. I will never forget. I'm just kidding.
I did. Yeah.
It was unique.
I feel like
4 was like really heavy.
It was very unique.
Really weighty, and like it had a different vibe. Yep. I liked it a lot, but I'm just giving you shit, dude. Come on.
I know.
Let me fucking razz you a little bit before you start getting all upset. They did say, have they told us price? Did they lock in release price?
No.
There's a lot going on about 70, 80 in here.
Right.
I think they did say they... Go ahead. I'm sorry. I don't want to steal your line.
No. I was just going to say he did squash the rumor of it being $100+ dollars.
Yeah.
So they didn't set a price, but he squashed the thing where everybody's like, this is going to be a $200 game because it's so big. He's like, no, it won't.
Yeah.
So I just don't know for sure what the price is going to be. It'll be 80 probably.
You think 80 over... I'm thinking...
I don't know.
I think best for the industry, 70, $69.99. Yep. I think that's best for the industry. I
agree.
If they make it $79.99, AAA everywhere is going to be $79.99. So
Nintendo's already doing it.
Let's just hope. I mean, God forbid, Rockstar will make oobles and oodles when the fucking multiplayer comes out. So just give us the fucking game at a reasonable price.
Yes.
For fuck's Pete's. Anyways,
for fuck's sakes.
Everybody's excited for this.
Of course.
As you should be. It's going to be great.
Yep. It's going to be awesome.
Moving on to PlayStation. PS Plus monthly games for May. We always cover these last month. What a fucking stinker. This month, much, much better. We get EA Sports FC 26, Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers, which has been on my radar long time. So that's probably what I'm going to be playing in May. And we also get Nine Souls, which is a 2D Souls-like as well. So kind of 2 Souls-likes this month, which is pretty cool.
I always wanted to play Nine Souls. I never got around to it, but it looked really cool. It reviewed really well. Everyone that I've heard talked about it was like, this game rules. I mean, people were liking it more than Silk Song, if that's
saying
anything. Yeah.
Well, come on down to Cam's house and you can play it for yourself when you try out Saros. But
You heard it here. He's having a party.
Yeah, no. You don't want to be here, dude. It smells like cat piss. There's so many fucking cats in here. Anyways. Wu Chang. Wu Chang is like is really a Souls-like, but
Yeah.
it didn't review incredibly high, so it was one of the that I just kind of had on my wish list, and I will touch on it. So that I'll probably cover that this month at some point. But I just want to touch on that. We always touch on it. Last month was a disgrace, but this month a little bit better. I want to cover the next one too here for PlayStation because I just butchered the discussion on it last week. I tried, but in my defense, I reported that before it blew up. So if you followed this, basically there was a pop-up that came up on PS4 consoles when you bought a game digitally that said time remaining, and it had a 30-day countdown. So it started to trickle into the gaming space. When we talked about it initially, people thought that it was DRM, that your console had to check in every 30 days to verify and make sure that your game was credible and not a hack or whatever. So people were obviously pissed. It's an invasion of privacy to have your licenses get checked every single 30 days. And what if you take the games and you're not online for 30 days, which never happens in today's day and age, but obviously caused some concern. So we covered that before it blew up, and then it absolutely fucking exploded. It was all over the fucking place. People were freaking out to every fucking degree, but PlayStation finally spoke out about it, which I think I mentioned I hope they would address it, and they did. So, says here, players can continue to access and play their purchase games as usual, a company spokesperson told GameSpot in a statement. A one-time online check is required to confirm the game's license, after which no further check-ins are required. So, this already happens on Xbox. So, basically, it ended up being a big fucking kind of nothing burger, but it makes sense. There was an exploit with Star Wars Racer that this is a really obscure game. I think it was a PS4 title. Do you know anything about this?
No.
This was the backdoor to mod your PS5. So you'd put this PS4 game in, it would boot fucked up or something, so you could cancel the boot mid-boot, and then you could backdoor into your system and hack it.
No way.
The PS5. Yeah. It was just this old. So they're just putting in some measures to prevent that sort of thing from happening.
Okay. That makes sense. How weird.
But it was so weird. It was like a very low sales game, and then once they discovered the exploit, eBay was selling them for like fucking $3,000 or some shit because people wanted it so bad. It was crazy. Anyway, this is a big nothing burger. Obviously, if you're on the internet, people are still going to whine and moan and yada yada. But I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you purchase a digital game, they're going to check your license. They always have. This is not new. This has been around fucking probably since 360 PS3 days. It's not anything different than what we already have. There's still people in comments threads about this saying, the end of digital is here, blah, 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 blah. Dude, this is how it's been for fucking a long time. So it's nothing to be worried about. You buy a game, you launch the game, you're going to get your license read, and you're done. So anyways.
Then you can play your game.
Yeah, stop panicking about it. I
had a feeling this was going to be nothing. Even when you talked about it, I was like, I just can't see them doing anything crazy with this.
And I think we said that last week too, is like, it's probably going to be nothing. We kind of said that. They also, the Star Wars exploit, but also they mentioned a refund scam, which I don't know anything about, but either way, don't worry about it, y'all. It's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Yep.
Moving on from there, Xbox.
We've got a list of games coming to Xbox Game Pass in this month, essentially. So
yes, we do.
you've got May 5th. You've got Final Fantasy 5.
What are they doing?
I don't know, man.
They're just releasing the pixel remasters one game at a time each month.
One game at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, that's the first one. Okay, sure. We just talked about this, but Mixtape will be available on May 7th. On May 12th, you can play Call of the Elder Gods. I don't know if I know that one.
It's a card game. I think it's a card game.
Is it? Okay.
I
don't remember.
You keep talking. I
recognize the name, but yeah. I'm not familiar with.
I was way wrong. It is a single player adventure game.
Okay.
Anyways.
What an odd name for something like that. Okay.
Yeah. I'm thinking of Curse of the Elder Gods. Curse of the Elder Gods is another game that's that one I think is the card game. Anyway, maybe it's not even a card game.
No, it's not. Curse of the Elder Gods is a it's a roguelite. It's like a top-down, like isometric roguelite where you like every door that you pass through, you get like your curse. Oh, it's a great game.
Oh, and it's Curse of the Dead Gods, not Elder Gods, but God bless it, sounds exactly the same.
Holy, we're matching all kinds of games here. It is, but it actually plays really well. I thought about covering that on one of my kind of games that I used to play. Anyway, we're getting off topic here.
Yep.
May 14th, Subnautica 2. We touched on that earlier. May 19th, the big one, Forza Horizon 6.
You damn right. Huge.
Oh, dude. May 21st, Bistro. I don't think I'm familiar with that one.
Bistro it says single player adventure game where you are a fox and you cook. You can cook in this game. Okay. You can cook in this game, dude, and grow crops.
There you go.
All right.
May 26th, Luna Abyss is on Game Pass.
There's another one for you there, Jason.
Yeah.
Not Luna Abyss, the next game, but go ahead.
The next one. May 27th, Echo Generation 2. Isn't this the
I don't know. You made me cover it one day when you had something pop up and it was an emergency and you had it in the doc and I had to read it and figure out what you put it in there for. It's basically Slay the Spire, right? The Voxel.
It is. That's right.
Voxel Slay the Spire. Looks cool. Just another game to add to Jason's list next month. This month.
God, that I
love
won't
that.
Play.
Oh, yeah. Come on, dude.
Dude, there's too many. Okay. And then on May 28th, Crash Out Crew comes to Game Pass. This is that forklift
nice.
party game. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And then yet to be determined sometime in May, a game called RV There Yet. Oh, how clever is that?
That's a co-op. That's another one of them friend slop games, I think.
It is a friend slop. Yep. Wow.
Cool.
Okay. And that is what we've got for Game Pass games coming in May. So
you're
cool.
Yeah, check them out. You're losing Hunt Showdown 1896 and Revenge of the Savage Planet.
Touch on that.
It's all right. Yep. What the hell is 1896? Is that a DLC? I don't know. Hunt Showdown's popular, but I don't know what that.
Yes,
I don't know what that is. Anyways,
yeah, I don't know what that one is either.
There you go, Xbox folks. We love to cover our freebies or subscription inclusions. So there you has it. What else you got for the old green system?
So for the green system, Xbox talked about talking more about their Project Helix in May. They've got a what are they calling it? A game dev update on May. What is today?
Today is the 3rd.
Oh.
The 7th is Thursday? Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, look at that.
Okay.
I ran off the noggin.
Yeah, dude, you're good. So the game dev update is a new show from Microsoft that is bringing highlights directly from the teams building Xbox and sharing technical context and what it means for you. Dude, what a sentence. Don't love that.
Don't love that, he says.
Don't love that. So it's just it's kind of a showcase in a sense. But one of the big things that they did talk about being revealed a little bit more heavily in this is their upcoming Project Helix console. So what actually made me originally click on this was the way that they titled this is a new look at Xbox's Project Helix coming in May, and I was like, what? Like, it made it sound like Project Helix was coming in May, and I was like, wait a second. But I still wanted to throw this in here because, they are going to touch on it a lot more in this game dev update. So stick around, check it out.
Can I just say that I hope they are showing this fucking way too early? Can I just say that I hope they're like, here's what's coming in 2030? Like, can that be what's happening?
God,
I
hope so.
I was hoping that was the case, but it literally says right here, the next gen system will have alpha versions of dev kits with devs in 27. So hold on a minute. If they're getting dev kits in 27, this might be 28. Or maybe late. Maybe this is like really early and they're going to really make me happy. And it's going to be like a way too early announcement. I don't think we've said this so many times. I don't think we need this thing yet. I don't think we need this at all yet. It's not the time for a new console, in my opinion.
I mean, if they're getting the dev kits in 27 and hopefully at the earliest late 28 for something like this, I just don't know. I hope, like you said, I hope this doesn't come out.
Hopefully at the earliest. Holiday 28 at the earliest. Hopefully.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't
earliest holiday 28.
I don't know. I mean, listen, dude. Asha Sharma is impressing the fuck out of us in the industry. I think right now she's doing an incredible job.
Yes,
for some reason, Asha or Miss Sharma or however you prefer to be addressed. If you're listening to the Spawn Point podcast, just push that fucking thing off for a little bit. Okay.
Yes.
Like, I don't.
You got enough stuff on your plate.
Yeah, you're busy enough. This can wait. Everybody can wait. We're all
wait.
cool. All right, we can just hold the phone.
Yep.
Because clearly they're not. They're not. What was I worried about? I mean, what did they said? They said 27, right? Initially, or something, or
for the
heat. We've covered the Helix on fucking every 2-3 episodes. Something about this thing's come up. I'm trying to think of the first conversation we had. I thought they said like 27 because then we started.
Like, yep.
Yeah, then we started talking about like the only reason you would really do anything with it is like, okay, you're getting a better console to play GTA 6.
Yeah, we did talk about that,
but.
And they're saying that this is like the console you can play your PC games on, too. So it's like which whatever. Yeah,
is not as good as it sounds. Let's just put it that way. To be, but I don't really know what. I wish I knew more about when devs got dev kits because they're saying alpha. They're saying alpha versions. So that seems very early. Like
that seems very early. So, but then what's the point? Because it could change, and then these developers are using this, and then like, what if it?
I think with consoles in particular, like they have the hardware figured out, right? So they know like. So like the beta versions and the consumer versions are just going to be kind of optimized or cleaned up boxes. So they're still going to have the same hardware. So devs are able to see what this thing can do and work around it, but it's going to be like no Xbox interface type of shit.
No, just very bare bones.
Yeah. So
okay, that makes more sense then.
That's what I think.
Still,
anyways.
We don't need this yet.
No, I really cannot stress that enough. I do not think it's time for either company to release a console yet. It's not time, I don't think.
Nope.
It's just not. It's really not.
Nope.
Moving on.
Yeah. What do we got next? This is just a quick one. The Forza Horizon 6 download sizes were revealed for Xbox and PC, and they're quite large. The pre-install size for the Xbox is going to be 134.8 gigs.
That doesn't surprise me, really. It doesn't it does not surprise
I
me.
know, but like, and then the PC version comes in at 146.4 gigs. So, which I guess doesn't really surprise me either. I mean, that's big, but this game is going to be big. This game's going to be a visual treat. It's going to look amazing. So all that stuff factors into how large the game is. So,
Yep.
get ready to clear some space off your hard drive to play this one.
And in this game's defense, at least, they don't want to compress the audio files. Forza Horizon, and that's what makes up a lot of this bulk,
that's
is
true.
the audio.
Yeah.
And Forza Horizon kills the sound. They are the sound design kings of the racing genre. So it makes sense. Call of Duty does not make sense. That game is literally 400 and something gigs. It's fucking unbelievable.
I was gonna say that you brought up that how big Call of Duty was, and I can't even fathom that. That is insane.
So stupid. I mean, it forces you to install the game, fucking Warzone, fucking multiplayer. I mean, you can select individual components, or I guess if you want to, but sometimes you need like this component to tie into this to fucking launch the. It's why. Anyway,
right? Yeah. So gonna be a big game, and it's gonna have a big file. So there you go.
Make sure you got room on your console.
Yeah, all right. No kidding.
Jason, what time is it?
What time is it? It's 7.
It's Nintendo time.
Motherfucker missed my cue. What a dick.
See what you did there. I see what you did there. Just a couple smaller Nintendo articles I've got here. The first one up, I've just got some upcoming release dates for games on the Switch. So let me run through these. So April, these are the official dates. April 29th, which,
passed, coming past.
Already passed.
Hold on.
MotoGP. Yeah.
I'm going to touch on all these. Go, most of them probably. Continue.
Okay.
I hate MotoGP. Fucking hate those games. I fucking hate them.
Yeah.
I don't know how to play them. Like the braking zones and the turns are so different than cars. It's so weird. It takes a whole different skill set to play.
It absolutely does.
MotoGP.
Tried them and I'm like, oh boy, I apparently don't know how to ride a motorcycle.
I feel like I try ride every year and I'm just like, what the fuck? I am so bad at this.
Why am I doing this to myself?
What the fuck? Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
Another one that's already out, Amnesia Rebirth. That came out on April 30th. We touched on this earlier. Mixtape comes out on May 7th. On the Switch. Some of these, we've already touched on. Call of the Elder Gods, May 12th. Indiana Jones, we touched on earlier. Maybe I didn't even need to put this on here. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, May 21st. It does continue, though. It gets a little bit later on. So we touched on Bubsy 4D coming out on May 22nd.
Yes! Bluey adult. I'm a Bluey adult.
Bluey's Quest for the Gold Pen comes out on May 28th.
Shout out to all my Bluey adults in the audience. No, I'm just kidding.
So great.
We don't.
Now we're getting past May into the remaining months of the year. So June 3rd, you've got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the second of the 3 parts of the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Fantastic.
So I've got some. I watched some early stuff on that too, and just like the first one, they're like, because the second part, I guess, is more like open. It's just got like bigger zones. So everybody's like, the first one played great on Switch 2. How's this one going to run? And everybody's like, I don't know what they're doing, but it runs freaking great. So that's pretty cool. I touched on this on a previous episode, that Dench Attack, that kind of Subway Surfer / Tony Hawk type of thing where you're just riding the subway and launching them off, ramps and stuff. It's wild.
Yep.
It's like super Japanese. So, The Adventures of Elliot, the Millennial Tales, comes out on June 18th. This one is cool. I played the demo. Yeah. It's an HD 2D action RPG. Yep. Just played really well, looked awesome. So kind of excited about that one.
They touched on this on the partner showcase, and they didn't have a release date at the time.
Nope, they did not. So this is the first that I've seen an actual release date on it.
Perfect.
So
Oh yeah,
yeah, cool.
That game looks really good, like visually, really impressive.
It does. And it plays really well too.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Hell
that
yeah.
one's going to be cool. So Rhythm Heaven Groove, a new Rhythm Heaven game comes out on July 2nd. There's a ton of Rhythm Heaven fans out there that are excited for this one. So
Shout out to y'all. Let's go, baby. Been waiting 10 years. Time for a new one.
Yeah, no shit. Moving on to July, we've got the Digimon Story Time Stranger, July 10th. Isn't this that one that you said that people were bouncing from
Yes.
Pokemon to? So that's interesting.
People like it, dude. Wish I had more to say. I haven't played it
yet. No, haven't either. So Splatoon Raiders. I'm pretty excited about this one. It's got a release date, July 23rd. I touched on that last episode.
Yep.
There was like a Yep. Another Eden Begins, September 17th. The big thing about this one is like it's the writer behind Chrono Trigger, so it's a new RPG. Yeah,
Chrono Trigger is fucking amazing.
That's all you got to say is like Chrono Trigger, and people like their ears perk up because
it's so goddamn good.
It's so good. It's so good.
So fucking good. Anyway,
what do we got next? Oh, we touched on this one too. First Light 007, September 30th. And then there's just a few that don't have like official release dates yet. Oracles, that co-op game. Cam and I are gonna play when that comes out. Just still says summer.
Yep.
I don't really need to go through all these. There's a new Turok game coming. There's a new Professor Layton game. The Elden Ring Tarnished Edition still supposedly this year, as well as Duskbloods.
What is going on with Duskbloods, dude? What is we need to know what is going on there. That was supposed to be a fucking year one. I might miss this year. I don't know what the deal is there with that.
Who freaking knows, man? New Fire Emblem game, which is big for a lot of people. Sometime in 2026, the Elder Scrolls Oblivion remaster. It's coming to Switch 2 sometime this year. Lego Batman.
Tsubasa.
Yeah, and then it's pushed even farther with the new Pokemon Gen 10 games. Pokemon Winds and Waves. That's just sometime in 2027. So.
It's a Haunted Chocolatier Concerned Ape game. Yeah, it is. Okay, just thought. That's what I thought.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Stardew Valley game.
Yeah, Stardew Valley. Yep.
That's just TBA. Fucking who the hell knows?
That could be a while yet.
Yep, could be. Who knows? This is one dev. One dude just working his ass off.
One dude who made a hell of a game.
God damn, he did, or what? Dude, that game's still just as popular as it was when it came out.
Yep.
Kidoki.
Yeah, one more thing I got here for Nintendo. A 2017 Nintendo hit was voted the best video game of all time by game developers and directors. I think you could probably guess, but again, this is just opinion. You know, everybody's got their favorite games and stuff, but a group of developers, directors, and other experts named Nintendo's The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild as the best video game ever. So this is where's this from? This is from Men's Journal. So
shout out Men's Journal, baby.
Shout out Men's Journal. So
from a list on GQ. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I knew that was coming, but I don't know. I just wanted to throw that in there because I was like, what did they consider the best game ever? And I was like, okay, I'm on board with that.
Let's fucking roll down to GQ, by the way. GQ. Greatest video games of all time, top 10, ranked by experts, supposedly. Number 10, Half-Life 2, 2004. That's probably low, but that is a great game.
That's super low. That's in my top 5.
Yeah. The original Dark Souls, 2011. I don't think so, pal. I think the original Dark Souls is cool. Probably not top 10, not above Half-Life 2 for any reason at all. Portal 2 deserves a spot in the top 10. They have it at number 8.
Yep.
Original MGS, I can see that's fair to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mass Effect 2 could make a top 10. That seems right. Witcher 3, of course,
Yep.
probably belongs up there.
Yep.
Bloodborne is
Bloodborne.
fantastic. Yep, that's pretty.
Yep.
I don't. It probably deserves to be there. Tetris,
Somewhere
of
in the top
course.
10. Yeah, Tetris.
Where's Mario?
The Last of Us. Yeah.
What are we doing here? Last of Us,
I don't
number
know.
2. You're right. I mean, that's a great narrative type game that I have not played yet. And then The Outlier. Break Your Weapon in the Wild.
Break Your Weapon in the Wild. I knew that was coming.
Game stinks.
You
I don't know.
stink.
Game fucking
You know
stinks. It stinks.
You know what's not on that list?
Claire Obscure.
Yep.
Because they didn't play it because they're fucking GQ and are too worried about fucking getting ripped and fucking bitches and stuff, dude. They're not playing games like me. That's it. That should be on here in place of fucking shit. I don't know. The Last of Us.
I think I just wanted to rile you up with this.
Dark
whole article.
Souls at least needs to get the fuck out of there. Dark Souls is a great game, but if you're like, that's not the inspiration, you could put Demon Souls. I'd have liked that more than the original Dark Souls.
Yeah.
And Dark Souls 3 is a better game.
Yep, I agree with that.
Anyways, do not play The Legend of Zelda Break Your Weapon in the Wild. That game stinks. It's going to piss you off. The weapons break in 2 hits, and the game sucks.
You can just ignore that last 10 seconds of this podcast and go play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild because it's an absolutely amazing game.
It is such a snooze fest. It's so
You're a snooze
big.
fest.
It's boring. You break your weapons. All the enemies look the same. Game fucking stinks. It stinks. I'm just kidding. If you guys like it,
We're never
fantastic.
going to agree on there. On that,
No.
so.
I need to play it. I need to play it and establish my own thoughts other than the little bit that I did play. But
Yeah, because you got the early weapons that do break a little bit too easy. They get
a little bit too easy. Fucking
They get
literally. Dude, I think it took
What were
2
you-
weapons to kill an enemy.
What were you using? The
Fucking
stick?
stick? Yeah, dude. Shit.
That's not even a weapon. You get some good shit in that game.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. And then
You
get
got the
a
Master
little-
Sword that doesn't break; it just runs out of power, and then you got to let it recharge. So that weapon you can always hold on to.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well, sure.
Well, that's
Claire Obscure should have been on there. That's the news.
I agree.
We're gonna fucking wrap the show, okay? We're gonna bullshit here for a little bit. No third section. Well, this is the third section technically. but-
This is the third.
We didn't have a lot of community stuff this week. I guess shout out to my brother Dax. He gave me a congrats on beating Drew on my Galaga video that I posted. That was a
great.
wonderful time. I was so proud of myself. That was pretty much it though. We got
I didn't see much.
nothing
Which is
crazy.
fine.
Yeah.
No.
Nothing crazy. Channel's doing super good. We're fucking climbing 66. So
66 now. Nice.
yeah, 69 is going to be really nice.
Yeah, we can just stay on that for a little bit.
Yeah. But what else we can talk about? Oh, we both checked out Neverness to Everness, right?
Oh, yes.
Um,
Totally forgot about that. That's another one that I played with my controller. I was just like, I found that thing and I'm like, what else can I play that like is terrible with touch controls that might actually be decent? And I played that for probably an hour and a half, maybe.
yeah.
Very, very visually striking.
Yep.
Very fluid combat. But it's a gotcha game.
100%.
Yeah.
And I just can't get over like when I'm playing it. It's like, it's coming. That fucking banner event's coming. It's coming.
Oh,
you know?
Yep.
It's weird, you know. There it is.
Yep.
What fucking, you know?
Didn't take real long.
Nope. And that game's cool. It seems to be doing pretty good on Twitch.
Yeah. But it seems like the stuff that I've seen where people like trying to figure out the best method to like win this lottery and
Yeah,
stuff. And like
it's
they weren't even talking about the
terrible.
game. And I'm like, guys,
the game
the
is
game.
fine.
Yeah.
I don't think it's great.
Yeah.
I think it's probably just fine.
Yeah.
It's a hack and slash. Kind of, it's one of the weirdest like premises
super
of all
weird.
time. It's like a
Yeah.
supernatural investigation hack and slash with, for some reason, all the advertising has a McLaren P1 in it. Like,
Yes.
where the fuck does
I
that
don't
come
know.
from? It doesn't
I
fit.
don't know.
It's so weird.
It's super
Um,
weird.
I think
Like
that's
a
it.
ton of characters and stuff that you
Yeah.
can
Well,
play
that's the whole,
as and unlock, and yes,
that's the whole fucking hook to a gotcha game.
pay money for.
Yeah, it's urban Genshin Impact. Pretty
Yes.
much.
Yep.
It literally is that.
Mhm.
Shit, I think that's kind of it.
I think that's it. I already touched on the stuff that I'm playing. We kind of talked about the stuff that's coming out that we're both interested in.
Yeah.
So I think we've covered everything.
Think so. Episode 15 in the books. Again,
In the bag.
in the bag. Follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music. Go follow Punktree on YouTube. Content to come as always. We're gonna keep pumping them out. I'm off work still for like 3 more weeks, so I'm still gonna be pushing stuff.
Yep. You're gonna
but
see
that's
more
it.
from Cam than me, but that's just the way it is right now. If the tables were turned, it'd be
Yep.
I'd be doing the same thing.
If
So,
the turns were tabled,
and the
but
turns
no,
were tabled,
yes, games are cool, man. Games are still fucking
Yep.
cool.
yep, sure are. And more are coming. So
More are gonna keep coming. God damn it.
yeah.
How was
That's-
F1 today?
Oh, dude, great race. Great race.
Great race.
It just I could probably go on and on, but it was just a very exciting race. It started like super exciting. My palms were freaking sweating. Crazy shit happened in the first freaking lap. And then it was literally a fight to the very end between mainly 2 drivers. But I mean, like the closest race definitely so far this year. And probably the last year or 2. I mean, it was up to the wire, and then craziness happened again on literally the last lap. One guy went from 3rd to 6th in like 2 seconds because he spun out, and Max and another guy like freaking flew around. I mean, he was leading the race for multiple laps. Then kind of got passed a couple times, and then worked his way back up, and then he was set to be on the podium. And around the second to last corner, he spun and didn't just clip the wall. Didn't hit it enough to damage it, but like just that split second error made him from 3rd to 6th, and it was just
fucking...
like we were all like, "Oh, what is happening?" Max spun very first lap, second turn. I was like, Max is out like within seconds, but he did a full 360. Somehow didn't hit the 8 cars around him. Dropped from 2nd back to I think 9th or 10th because of that. Worked his way back up. He was leading the race for a little bit, but he went 51 laps on one set of tires, which is
Jesus
unheard of.
Yeah.
And the fact that he was able to stay up there for as long as he did, and then he eventually got passed a couple times, ended up in 5th, which, it is what it is, but just a very exciting race. People were passing him, and then he was repassing them on tires that were 20 plus laps older. I mean, it was really good.
Love that.
It was a good race.
Love that.
Yep.
All right. Well, fucking hell. That was a great episode. Thanks so much for watching.
Yes.
Shout out again to Tyler. We are going to figure out how to end a podcast one day, but it's not today. So anyway, all right. Let's go. I got to finish Saros. Right. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We'll
I got to finish Pragmata. Thanks, guys.
Yes, you do. You need to finish that game this week.
I'm going to.
Deadline set.
Okay.
Goodbye, everybody. See you next week.
Later.